Hello. What's up this afternoon, everyone? I forgot for a minute. It's the afternoon today. Welcome. Fine Tuesday to you all. Good to see ya. What is up, Soul Salvage? It's your note. It's Tassie, your Lil DX Slices Soul Salvage. How is everyone doing today? It is Strixhaven Early Access Day, and I am really excited because this set looks so good. Like, now that I've started brewing with this set, there's so many things I want to do with this set. I think part of it is the set's good. I think part of it is it's actually a big set, and we've had some little sets lately, so it just feels like there's more to do in this set. So I have a million decks that we're going to be going over. Krista for the 34-month resub. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Big soup shoot for you. Good afternoon, Seth. I heard from Tomer that you played Aziz on upcoming Commander Clash episode. This coming Friday, I want to know if you like playing the deck. I loved it. To the point where I might actually build it as a personal deck. It's so fun. I mean, okay, so this is assuming you don't mind tracking lots of tokens. As long as you're okay with tracking a whole bunch of different kinds of tokens, it's really fun. I know some players hate that, like carrying around like a side deck full of different tokens. If you're someone that doesn't mind carrying around like 20, 30, 40 different tokens, the deck's a blast to play and it does really cool things and it's actually pretty strong. If you don't like carrying around all the tokens though, then it's going to get kind of tedious because it does make a lot of different tokens. That's kind of the gimmick of the deck, I would say. Let me see this flashback schemes deck. So we're comboing off with Sorceress Schemes in standard. Sorceress Schemes resonating loot. What's the actual combo though? So I remember comboing with this with, we're trying to combo with Molten. No, it doesn't work with Molten Tail Maestro. Wait, what am I? Okay, let me see if I can find this combo. So we need Sorceress Schemes can loop each other, but they only make 1 mana, so we need to reduce the cost by 4 to make it free. What am I missing? Oh. I see. So if we have the Molten Core Maestro, the flashback is enough to trigger the Maestro, and then we can loop them to up our storm count. I see. That is actually super spicy. I built a Molten Tail Maestro deck. Actually, let's look at the decks. I built a Molten Tail Maestro deck. It did not have Sorcerer Scheme combo, but I kind of want to add Sorcerer Scheme combo now because that actually does seem super sweet. Did you play the card called Battle Hymn in Aziza? I did play the card called Battle Hymn in Aziza, and I even drew it during the game. So yes, indeed. This early access going to be slightly different than our normal early access. The deck looks super sweet. I might actually try to build this at some point, or use this as the foundation to build something, because that combo does seem really cool. So this early access is going to be slightly different than normal early access, and here is why. Wizards forgot about daylight savings time, is my understanding. So, because they forgot about daylight savings time, the limited events launch in 5 minutes, but standard doesn't start for an hour and 5 minutes. So what this means, this is actually maybe a blessing in disguise, because what this means is rather than just jumping right into janky new standard decks, we are going to jump into a draft real quick when the limited event goes live, and then once constructed goes live, an hour after that, we will switch over and play as much constructed as we can, and then after the stream, I'll do the YouTube recording after that. So that, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me either. But yes, because of some error, constructed starts an hour later than limited. So we're gonna jump into a quick draft, and then after standard goes live, we'll switch over and start playing standard. My lights, cat. Hey, cat. You're unplugging my lights, cat. Hey, Steve, what are you doing? Hey, Steve, come here. You plugged my lights. Kitty, it's okay, Steve. It's okay. Come here. You unplugged all the lights, cat? Look at you, C's. What are you doing, C's? Are you unplugging all the lights? Alright. Go the other way, cat. There you go. Yeah. Cat drama. Yeah, she somehow unplugged my big light. I don't even know how she managed to do that. Anyway, figured while we're waiting for the events to go live, we could look over the decks, and then you have an idea if there's any you really want to see once we get too constructed. It makes sense this would happen since daylight savings time is such a new concept. I mean, maybe I'm misunderstanding it. When I asked what happened, they said it had something to do with summertime hours. So maybe I took that to mean something to do with daylight savings time, but maybe summertime hours meant something different in that context. I don't know. But for whatever reason, we're gonna do a Secrets of Strixhaven draft for an hour, and then we'll get to constructed. She stepped on the extension cord that is plugging in my light, and it pulled it out enough that it made the light go off. Jerex, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big Soup, thank you. But we got a few minutes before the draft starts. So, here are the decks that I'm working with. I published this article on the site, so if you want to see the brews I've been working on, the deck command will take you to the article that has all the deck lists. So here's what we have is potential options on the agenda for today. I will say there's, like almost 30 decks. There's no way we're going to get through all of them, especially doing a draft first, but we will get through as many as we can, and some of them will show up in YouTube videos and on future streams. Hexordan, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big Soup cheer for you. Thank you. Hey, well, thank you, Paladinosaur. I'm pretty proud of myself. I have... as of yesterday, I've lost 32 pounds since the first of the year. I am so close to hitting my first weight loss goal. So we will see. I start off kind of heavy, honestly. I'm still kind of heavy, but we're heading in the right direction. So yes, thank you for the kind words. Anyway, here's the decks. Here's the decks we're working on. I'm 1.1 pounds now away from being under 300 pounds, which I know 300 pounds is still a lot, but for me, I think that would be the first time, oh my God, in my adult life, maybe, that I've been under 300 pounds. So yes, I'd like to get down to about 250. That's my goal. If things go to plan, I'm hoping by the end of the year, hopefully be about 250. And if I'm around 250, I'm pretty happy with that. That's like a pretty good, because I am very big. I'm just like naturally a big person, so I'm never gonna weigh 180 pounds or something. That's not in the cards for me. But yeah, we're getting there. Anyway, so here's the decks we got to work with. Actually, I should do the reminders. I will also say it's actually noticeable. Like when I started trying to eat healthier and lose weight, I was like, okay, I know I should do this, but I didn't realize how much different it would make me feel. Just like physically, I feel way better, even just losing 30 pounds. Like it's actually like very noticeable. Like, so I don't know. It's been worth it. But anyway, reminders. Replay YouTube for the old streams. Normal YouTube. We're going to have tons of stuff from Secrets of Strixhaven coming out. Check out the bracket matches. There's some crazy ones coming up. One more shout to our sponsor, Card Kingdom. If you need some magical cards, you can make cardkingdom.com/mtggoldfish. BM Tutor, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Thank you. Anyway, here are the constructed decks for after the draft that we can play. So here are the options. You can let me know if you'd like to see any of these in specific. So here are the options. We have Repartee. So this is a new Orzhov mechanic, all about targeting our own creatures with things, kind of like an Orzhov aggro deck. Orzhov, kind of mid-rangey aggro deck, but essentially we're playing all the Repartee stuff, and then a bunch of things like Dig Site Inventory. Really good with Repartee, because you target things twice for 2 mana, thanks to flashback, so it triggers all your stuff a bunch of times. We have Golgari Life Gain, which is essentially, as you would think, the new Witherbloom mechanic. It's got a bunch of new Witherbloom cards. Not exactly Soul Sisters, but we get like More So, we have Tragedy Feaster, Professor Dalianfell, and then things like Virulent Emissary, Bogwater Loomer to gain life, Abzan Bats. So this is essentially the Bat deck, but splashing Bletch Loafing Pest, which I can't help but think is insane in the Bat deck. Like, because you get a counter on all your bats whenever you gain a life, and because Zoraline gains you a life whenever a bat attacks, if you can just play a few bats and play both of those, a single attack can be putting like 3, 4, 5 counters on all your stuff, and it gets out of hand super quick. We have Mono Blue Wizard Control. Trying to see if Mana Sculpt is any good. Plus, we get stuff like Emeritus of Ideation, which I think is interesting. Muse Seeker, I think, might actually be a strong uncommon from this set. So, Mono Blue Wizard Control, Teamer X spells. When I first saw Geometer's Arthropod, I was like, that card doesn't look that good. But we actually have a lot of really good X spells, and being able to draw whenever you cast an X spell seems really explosive. So we have like Mockingbird, Expel to copy Badger Mokov, we have Washi Tong, we have Primal Might for removal, we get Doppelgang, we get Minded Commander, we get Traumatic Critique. So lots of mana. Oh, I do have a Berta combo deck. It looks so janky, but I do have one. Arn Mobilize. So this is kind of a sacky Mobilize deck, but I'm intrigued by the possibility of Arnian working with mobilized creatures like turn 1 Stadium Headliner, turn 2 Voice of Victory, turn 3 Arnian, means you get at least 6 damage and gain 6 life just from your mobilized tokens dying on turn 3, which seems pretty explosive. Applied Doubling. The set comes out fully next Tuesday, so just under a week from now. Applied Doubling, basically trying to apply geometry at doubling season, which I think gives you 2 48 doubling seasons, if I am understanding the math on this correctly. So basically that's the goal. Also, can instant ultimate Oko the Ringleader to make copies of all of our non-land permanents, which seems pretty sweet. Does Rich ever stream on the channel, or is it mostly just Seth? I like you, Saffron, no worries. No, I'm the only one that really streams here. We've done a couple of like group things, but as far as just doing a random stream, it's pretty much just me. Incremental mutagen, essentially the increment stuff with mutagen tokens. Berta Wise Extrapolator with mutagen seems really good. If you have Crime Novelist, when you sack a mutagen, you gain a mana. If you have Berta, when you put a counter on it, you gain a mana. So that means if we can use Mutagen Man to make a bunch of mutagens, it essentially turns the mutagens into rituals. Each one we crack adds a counter and adds a mana. And then we can like bounce off the Mutagen Man, cast it again to make even more mana, dump our hand, have some big combo turn, draw through our deck with Pensive Professor. We have Random Encounter making a return. Random Encounter, typical random encounter stuff, but with Improvisation Capstone is our backup random encounter to cheat our big things, or maybe even random encounter itself into play. Mathematics Doppelgang, like I said before, I'm really addicted to some of the spell synergies in this set, so this is not a resonating loot build, but this is trying to ramp into Doppelgang, use Northwind Avatar to get Mathematics from the sideboard, mill the opponent out with 14 mana. We have Lorehold Miracles, trying to time stop people with Miracle for 2 mana. We have Thousand Year Storm. This set has a ridiculous amount of Thousand Year Storm cards. Rapturous Moment has to be one of the best Thousand Year Storm cards that I've ever seen. We get Resonating Loot to make even more mana. Bunch of good removal spells like Prismari Charm and Violent Outburst. We have Witherbloom, literally Witherbloom the Balancer. This deck's kind of funny. The goal of this deck is to get down a Witherbloom with a bunch of creatures, so our spells have affinity for creatures. Then we can cast a really big Dread Summons of all things, which I forgot was even in Standard, but it was in Foundations, which mills X cards from each player, and we make a 2/2 tap zombie for each creature token or each creature that was milled that way. So we cast a big Dread Summons, that will make a ton of creatures to make all of our spells really cheap, and then we use a Emeritus of Abundance to hopefully get back a Genesis Wave or a Rise of the Dark Realms that we mill to the Dread Summons, and we can cast these super cheap, put our entire deck into play from the graveyard or from the battlefield. Tifa Landfall, I think, is just actually kind of busted. Like, the new ramp spell, Planner Engineering, seems absolutely insane with Tifa. Very easy turn 3 kills. Spirit Color combo doesn't seem to want to load at the moment. Oops, all Soul Wardens. Literally all Soul Wardens. Every creature in the deck gains a life when a creature enters. Literally every single one of them. Why would we do this? Because Comforting Council will give them all +3/+3 really quickly. Plus we can win Professor Dalienfell's ultimate. We have Bletch Reanimator. Bletch Reanimator, we want to get down a Soul Warden, like a Virulent Emissary Bogwater Loomret. Then we want to get down a Bletch. So whenever we gain life, we put a +1/+1 counter on all of our insects in this case. And then we want to reanimate Atachash, the Emerald Radiant, which makes an insect for each creature to our graveyard. Each of those insects will gain a life with the Soul Warden. Each of those will put a counter on all of our things thanks to Bletch. So essentially we make like 20 insects or something like that. Yeah, the pest thing's super cool. I don't know why this is not loading all the way. Anyway, that's most of the decks. We have Echo Casting Glandeth. We have Is It Prepare. We have Resonating Loot in multiple forms. So there are a whole bunch of decks. But anyway. I'm getting ahead of myself. We have some limited to play in less than 1 minute. It is time. It is time for some early access. So as I mentioned before, we cannot start Constructed for an hour. So we're going to hop into a draft really quick. Why we wait for Constructed to fire, and then we will jump into Constructed in an hour as soon as this starts. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this set, Chaos Factor. I really am. There's so many brews. I'm not saying any of the brews are good. They might be a lot of flops in there, but there's so many things I want to try. Did you see it? Nearly 50 existing cards and tokens were routed to be books. I did not see that, although I kind of expected that to happen. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what I think about the book being an artifact type. Like, I don't know. Like, what is the point? Like, I can get the flavor upside, right? You get the flavor upside, but does being a book do anything? Like, does this mean we're gonna build? Ooh, Berta. We got a Berta as our first rare. All right, our first ever draft. Our first ever draft of this set. All right, what do we have? So our rare is Berta, which, I mean, it might actually be kind of fine. It's a creature that makes more creatures, and those tend to be good and limited. Daydream doesn't seem great. Foolish Fate seems very good. Just 3 mana unconditional removal. Tableted Discovery. Mill a card, replay the card. Seize the Spoils. Last, so two decent black removal spells. Last Craft's Foolish Fate. I mean, a lot of times early in the format, I just want to take the rare. Like, a lot of times when I'm just starting to draft, I kind of want to take the rare just to see how it feels and see how it plays. So I don't know if probably the correct pick is just take Foolish Fate. But for our first draft, I feel like we got to take the Berta, right? Like, we got to take the Berta and see where we end up. Gotta take the rare. HNW Brown Cow. How now, Brown Cow? That's what it is. For the 20th month. Hey, Seth. So excited for SOS. One of my first EDA decks was built around an epic spell. I can't wait to play around with Paradive. Oh, Paradive looks so cool. The whole set, it looks really, really good. Yeah, the removal was probably the better. Wow, double Terramorphic Response. Maybe we're just a 5-color pile. So we get another Simic card. Tam Observant Sequencer. So landfall, it becomes prepared. 4 mana 4/3. Deep Sight, draw. I mean, this card actually seems fine in limited. But it actually doesn't seem bad, and it's in Berta's colors. We have 2 decent Orzhov cards. We have a Terramorphic Expanse, which seems good. Yeah, I mean, I think we just take the Tam. We're still not, like, hard committed to Simic. Also, want to keep in mind the fixing, because we might end up some sort of, like, 3 to 5 color pile. Like, if those Terramorphic Expanses come back around. Yeah, one of the things I've learned by drafting a lot lately, and I guess I kind of knew this, but it's been reinforced to me, that some of the best cards in Limited are cards that make multiple bodies or draw multiple cards. Like, Limited is so much about just fair, like, card advantage-y style Magic that I think Berta might actually be pretty good just for the Fractal mode. This might be pretty good because if we can draw an extra card or two, it's one card that makes multiple cards. This pack, so the prepare mechanic takes Spellbook Seeker, for example. So it enters prepared. As long as the prepared creature is prepared, you can cast its spell mode, just like you would a normal spell, and then it becomes unprepared. So you would have to find a way to prepare it again if you want to cast the spell again. Some prepared creatures can prepare themselves multiple times. A lot of them cannot. Create a fractal, put counters on it, surveil 2. I mean, Studious First Year is probably fine. It's not, like, exciting. I don't think Careful Study is that great. Yeah, let's try the Studious. Let's try the Studious First Year. Ooh, Shared Roots. I also just love having the Mystical Archives in Limited. Like, I think it adds a really interesting just, like, element to the draft that you don't get in most sets. So, like, having them in every pack. So what do we have here? Snarl Song. Converge, create a fractal, put X counters on... Put X counters on each of them. Create 2 fractals, put X counters on each of them, where X is the colors of mana spent. So if we actually end up 5 color, that's good. We could take the Shared Roots. A road is actually not bad in Limited, I don't think. Should we try Converge? Do we actually want to be a Converge deck? You know what? Let's take this Snarl Song and see. Let's see if we get the fixing. If no one's drafting 5 color and the fixing comes back around, then we can really have some fun. All right, what is this green card? Whenever the creature becomes a target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, you can draw a card. If you gain life, it gets +2. Okay, not great. Social Snub. Ugh, what is everyone drafting Simic? Where's all the green cards and the blue cards? So there's no fixing. Bounce an on-land permanent surveil 1. That's pretty mid removal. Oh, the Berta combo. Yeah, great. Oh man, you know what? Yeah, let's go against the odds. Let's take Graduation Day. Let's do it. Graduation Day is one of the best ways that you can combo off with Tam or with Berta. That is one of the easiest ways. Whether we can make the mana work or even want to try to do this, we'll see. The mana might be a concern. Mana only to cast instants and sorceries. This is good if you can gain life, I think. It can be a 2-mana draw 2 if you can gain life. If you can't gain life, it feels worse. We're also going to need things that can target our creatures if we're going to try to do that combo. Yeah, I mean, I guess this is fine to like dig for our rares. Not great. What does this do? Draw 3 cards and put a land. Oh, this seems good, right? This is almost that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles card. It's 1 more mana, but it's an instant. So I guess it actually is the old version, basically, the 5-mana version. I don't know how fast this format's gonna be. I think we're gonna take it though. Like, I drafted a lot of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and that set is so grindy and slow that you can definitely get away with, like, I just force 5-color most drafts. You play all kinds of expensive cards, and it works out fine. I don't know if this, yes, Urban Evolution, that was a card whose name I was not thinking of, Galaxy. Thank you. So what are you all most excited for with this set? Mono green and Powered Cube, I feel like it's just underdrafted. I feel like people just do not value Mono Green and Powered Cube. Well, if we're going to go 5-color, this does fix our mana. And thin our deck. Normally cards like this are not... You know what? We're going to try it. I don't know if we play Planner Engineer or not. Come on, Terramorphic Expanse. I'm really hoping that the next 2 picks are going to be Terramorphic Expanses. Please, Magic Gods. The Is It Brews are actually the ones I'm most excited for too. I feel a little bad. Yes, okay. I don't know why I'm so excited about this, but there's a Terramorphic Expanse. That means the other one should be coming back around. If we get 2 Terramorphic Expanses and the Planner Engineering and pick up a little more fixing, we might be able to just go full on 5-color pile. Think of all they're preparing. Unfortunately, Deep Sight is a sorcery, so we can't like cast it in between. Huh? Wait. Someone took the second Terramorphic Expanse, but not the first one. Interesting. Huh. Alright, I mean, we'll take, I guess, this blue card that I don't think we're going to play. What is this? Living History. When it enters, create a 2/2 red and white spirit creature token. When you attack, if a card left your graveyard this turn, target attacking... No, okay, not great. We'll take the blue card. We will take... this actually targets a creature and it protects Berta. I don't know if we actually play it, but it could work with the combo. Petrified Hamlet. It's a rare. Yeah, loot is the card I'm most addicted to so far. Loot is, oh my god. Loot like the instrument, not like the little gremlin thing. Okay. Well. If there's one thing I know about Limited, it's that rats tend to be kind of insane. Because they're very hard to play around in Limited. You can't, they're always higher rarity, right? So it's very hard to expect and be like, oh, I gotta play around a Wrath. We're probably just gonna splash Vicious Rivalry because I think it's probably pretty busted. Other options. Target creature. This creature gets +1/+0 on lifelink. Repel Calamity is kind of mid. The bounce spell seems mid. Paying life is rough. That is true. I think it's worth it. Plus, we're only drafting 4-drop, so it's right on theme curve-wise. Hey, another Studious first year. Okay, we're doing it. Wait. Wait. This is one of the combo pieces, isn't it? Wait, so to actually combo, you need, oh my god. Do we actually try to set up this infinite combo? I feel like Studious first year is the first pick, but if we can go infinite combo on our literal first draft, we have to do it, right, Thornblood? Like, this is not the win the draft pick. That's probably Studia's first year, or like Pest Mascot or something, but we gotta try. We're all right, we're 5-color combo. We're 5-color combo. Daydream is the last piece. Oh, can we take another one of these? What does this do? When a creature enters, exile target another improvement when the opponent controls a minimum less than you're gonna my gosh. This probably is not bad in a 5-color deck. This seems kind of interesting, like a mind rot, but if your opponent discards the land, you get to put it into play. This re-prepares something. The removal is fine. Dig Site Inventory is triggers for our Berta. What's up, Partheon? How are you? Yeah, let's take the Archaic. We can ramp into it. It'll be a removal spell. This pack. Sleight of Hand? When this creature enters, tap target creature and opponent controls put a... Oh, it's... Yeah, this card was an artifact in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles without the Opus. But it basically, a 3-mana 2/2 in blue. Yeah, I remember. That card was not very good. Was not very good in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I mean, I guess we just take Sleight of Hand. Dig for our combo pieces. Oh, we're going 5 colors. We are going 5 colors, and we are trying to set up an infinite combo. It's our first draft of the new set. We are going deep. I think we take another one of these. Actually, this is better fixing. This actually ramps us. This might even be better. This is probably really good, though. You know what? We're going to take it. We're 5-color combo. We're 5-color combo. The land is nice. I actually think in a 5-color deck, this is probably very good. Like, I think this should be 6 mana, 2 5/5s, gain 5. That actually seems decent to me. What does this do? Counter on a creature, double number of counters. The tap thing. Leave the graveyard thing. When it dies, create 2 1/1 pass. I mean, that's okay. We don't really need 4s, though. We need 2s. We need 2s. Maybe we should have taken the bad green, too. I mean, so far for fixing, we have a Studious first year. We have a Planner Engineering. We have a Terramorphic Expand. So not as much as I'd like. But we are working on it. We're getting there. We're getting there. The thing I'm most scared about is we have, like, very little removal. Very, 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 very little. Not as much as we want. Oh, so expensive. And we're also very light on 2 drops, which is concerning. All right, there's a little fix. Ooh, wait. When this creature enters, you may draw X cards, where X is number of colors and mana spent. I mean, that's probably pretty good, too, but a responsible gamer will take the Paradox Guardians. Will be responsible. This ramps a bunch. Target creature gets +1/+1. Draw a card, gain a life. Yeah. All right, let's take this ramp 3-drop. Hey, the Studious first year came back. That is actually very, very good for us. We will take even more. We will take even more Studious first years. I think we're gonna have enough fixing. When you cast the answer, sorcerer gets +1/+0 if it's 5 or more. Impulse draw. All right, let's take this thing that I don't think we're going to play. Spirit Mascot that I don't think we're going to... Actually, yeah, let's take this thing. I don't think we're going to play either of them. All right, we need to get our curve down a bit. That's the most important thing. Come on. Whoa, boy. Okay, the ultimate challenge for splashing. Can we find a way to cast a double white, double black spell in this deck? Is it possible? That is a big ask. We're just double splashing 2 of our non-primary colors. We probably can't actually do that, even though it's very good. We can take this Wander off. It's probably good to just have a hard removal spell. Like, it is another 4-drop. Man, as much as I love this card, I don't think we can realistically cast it. Ooh. Bitter Triumph, that's another removal spell. I mean, I was worried about us. What does this do? Man of any color, gain 2 life, only if you've cast instant or sorcery. This thing's probably pretty good. Just a mana dork, 2-drop mana dork with Death Touch. This seems reasonable. Oh, another Scrollsmith. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, man. We're 1 card off of the combo, and it's a card that no one else will want. So if it exists, we should get it, because no one wants it. The problem is it's an uncommon and we haven't seen it yet. It's the blink uncommon, Daydream. We need a Daydream. If we can find a Daydream, then we actually have assembled an infinite combo in limited. Jay Cullen, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super fair. Thank you. Whenever one or more creatures you go common. I mean, this does work very slowly with our Berta synergies. This also is good with Berta synergies. Does the Studious First Year come back is the question. I think this is the card we need the most. We're gonna take the bear. We're gonna take the bear. We're basically a bear tribal deck at this point. Primary research. When it enters, return target not only a permanent mana value 3 elements from your graveyard to the battlefield being your end step. If a card left your graveyard this turn, draw a card. So it's going to draw 1 card. It's going to draw 1 card for sure from itself. Oh, this is actually brutal. This is actually insanely brutal. We're going to Mind Twist him. We're going to Mind Twist him. We are going to Mind Twist him. I think it is seeming less and less likely that we're going to find the Daydream. The infinite combo might not actually happen, unfortunately. Differently named lands. It's actually... We have a lot of differently named lands, theoretically. Yeah, let's take the removal spell. Oh, there's only, what, 2 more packs we haven't seen? If we're gonna get... Oh, we're gonna cast our spells. We got a lot of fixing. We're gonna be good. We're good. We're gonna be good. I have faith. It's our first draft. I have faith. What does this do? 5 damage to a creature. Yeah, alright, let's take more removal. I mean, we have 3 Studious First Years. The bear's gonna make everything fine. The bear is going to take care of it. Do we have any wizards? I don't know if not really. Let's take the Fractal Mascot. Oh! Alright, no infinite combo. I mean, that is the problem with trying to draft a 4-card infinite combo. That it's very easy not to find one of the cards. The good news is, I think our deck is still kind of sweet. I don't know. We'll see if 5 color is good. We will find out. Look at that 5 cards to your library. You can reveal 2 creatures or land cards from among them, put the rest on the bottom. Put all the land cards revealed this way on the bottom battlefield, blah, 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 blah. I don't think we're playing any of these. I guess we'll take this thing. It is technically kind of ramp. Adventurous Eater. That is not me. Not going to play any of those. We are very light on 2-drops. Maybe that's okay because we have a lot of 1-drops. So maybe the bear is basically our 2-drop. Oh, this deck is beautiful. We are going to teach some Arena Zoomers about Secrets of Strixhaven 5-color. All right. Oh, this deck. Oh, look at this beauty. 2/4/2/3/4. Just how we drew it up. So, let's see these percentages. 50% green. We need way more green. 15, 15, 12, 31 blue. So we definitely need way more green. So we need, let's see, do we have any double white? So do we even play Graduation Day? I don't even know if we play Graduation Day now. How many ways do we have to target a creature? 1, 2. The curve is a bit high. We'll give it that. But we do have as long as we have a bear, it's fine. As long as we have a bear, I think it's fine because we just ramp into it. 3, 4. Yeah, I think we get rid of Graduation Day. Get rid of the graduation day. Oh, just wait. Just wait till we start playing. Just wait till we start playing. Oh, because Wizards messed up the time for Constructed. So for some reason, draft starts an hour before Constructed. So we're doing a draft real quick, and then we're gonna jump over to Constructed once it goes live in like a half hour. So we need to cut 2 more cards. What are our last 2 cuts? Probably Rapturous Moment and... I mean, I want the big Converge things. I actually think this deck might actually be good. It might actually be good. It might actually be good. Oh, we got to cut 1 more Assault. What's our last cut, chat? What's our last cut? Okay, I think this is probably my favorite deck to tinker with for the last 2 years. Most important thing, questionable. Is actively looking to be cut. Maybe board is what I want to add. Strix cards is why I'm so excited about this set. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, Fergia wanting kind of spellslingery stuff in Orzhov. This seems like a really sweet set for it. I've never played a Fergia commander deck, so the maybe board. Strix cards, yeah. Decorum Dissertation is gonna be so good. Dusk Mage, Dig Site Inventory. Yeah, it seems really good for the deck. So much. That's 15 cards from one set. That's crazy. Yeah, it looks sweet, Mega Magic card. 41 card special. This might be the 41 card special kind of deck, actually. There's gotta be a bad card in here, right? There's gotta be some. And what we need to do. So white, we have 1, 2, kind of 3. So I think we go 2 red, go up a green. Like, we just got to make sure we have green early, because green is what gives us the bears, and the bears are what give us the mana to cast the other stuff. So I think we go 7, 2, 2, 2, 2. And then we have 8, 9 green sources, and then we trust that the green fixing is going to find the rest of it. And then we go down... I want to go down this thing, because this thing seems bad. But our curve is already so high. We're going to try it, though. Actually, let's look at the Scrollsmith. So Scrollsmith can let us recast. I think we actually keep it. Like, it's good with Snarl Song. It's good with the card draw. It's good with... I think even without the combo, I think it's actually good enough. All right. First game, Secrets of Strixhaven. Last time that happened to me was for Edge of Eternity's release, Jeskai Charge Counter Precon, where my main deck was already Jeskai Charge Counter. So yeah, it's like the dream. It's the dream. We do have a lot of bears, though. We have a lot of bears. Just showing, do I have a Constellator's Duelist? I do have a repartee build with Duelist. Look at that. We got a bear. I mean, with 3 bears. I mean, we can do this mathematically. I will tell you, chat, how likely we are to get screwed with this deck. Let's see. So, 40 cards. We have 3 bears. Our sample size is 7. We need a bear. How often will we have a bear to our opening hand? 73% of the time. What if we go to like turn 3-ish? It jumps up to 85. No, that's not correct. Wait, did I read that wrong? Wait. I might have read that wrong. Oh, 44. 44% of the time. 44% of the time. So about half the time. And by turn 3, 58% of the time. All right. I guess we also need the green mana, but we got it. All right, we will keep. Go! Studious first year. Paradox Errands. Go. Too bad we can't ramp on 2. That is awkward. Opponent land. That does mean they could kill the bear, but who's going to actually kill? Who's going to kill the bear? Let's play the island. Let's play the bear. Oh, that's kind of cool animation. It actually gives it to you like a spell. That is actually a pretty sweet way to handle that opponent looking at the bear. I actually think we give it hexproof because we actually really want to cast this Rampant Growth. The Rampant Growth to get to this Archaic and this Planner Engineering seems very important. So let's play the land. Let's Rampant Growth. Get a forest. Pass the turn. Hopefully next turn we can plan our engineering to make our mana perfect and then start playing the big boys. Will we fall too far behind is the question. Like, they can flash this back, kill this, hit us for 6. And then if we ramp... Like, the Archaic is really good, but can we... Both Archaics are really good, but do we have enough time, or are we just going to be dead? Found it. Ooh. Plays a Trampling Lifelinker. Exiles a card from the graveyard. Gets in. Okay, okay. Down to 18. Well, I mean, we got to do it. We got to do it. We will... Oh, we needed a land there. Planner Engineering. Sack a land and a land. And we will get Swamp, Plains, Island, and Forest. And we will pass and see if we stay alive. Hold, hold, hold. The Archaics are coming. The Archaics are coming. Are they going to be in time, though? About it. Arc of Hunger. Okay. Gonna mill a land, hit a land. It's a tap land. They can play the land. That'll trigger the Spirit Mascot to grow it. And drain us for 1. And opponent, gonna exile a card from our grave. You're gonna go to combat. Gonna get in, gonna get in. This has trample. Yeah, we're gonna take 7. That is a lot of damage. Needlescane, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, I mean, we're going to Sundering Archaic. Get rid of the Sloth. Pass the turn. We need 1 more land. We are 5-color converging at the moment. And then as soon as Constructed goes live, we're going to switch over to it. Oh, yeah, the new Secret Lairs actually look really nice. Some of them look really nice. Found it. Arc of Hunger. Gonna mill the Plains. This has been very good at letting our opponent hit their land drops, that's for sure. Found it burns us. And Quillblade Laureate. So you can give something double strike. And they're going to give something double strike. And dual tactics. Sure. I mean, we can block. I don't think we can catch back up from here, though. The Spirit Mascot. We can kill the Spirit Mascot, but it's going to be too slow. We cannot kill enough. Like, this thing is actually just wrecking us. This arc is so good. We can kill 2 things, but killing 2 things is not enough. We can play this, but this just draws cards. Yeah, I think they got it. I think they got it. Yeah, our opponent's deck was really... I mean, they just had a very aggressive draw. They had a very aggressive, probably the most aggressive archetype, and like a very aggressive draw. And they had their arc. Do we think that purple in a reality fracture is possibly true or entirely stupid? Maybe a little of both. It might be a little both. I mean, our mana was perfect. Like, we didn't have any mana trouble that game. We could cast everything we wanted to cast. Well, I think I know how this game's gonna go. We're gonna do nothing for a bunch of turns, and we're gonna wrath our opponent into oblivion. No bear, unfortunately. Hey, there it is. There it is. There it is. Just as I was about to say no bear. I think it is unlikely but not impossible that there would be purple. I think the problem with purple is, how do you do purple and have it not be... and have it not be battles or something, where it's this weird parasitic self-contained thing that you never do again? Like, how do you make that happen? And that's what I'm not exactly sure about. Well, let's play the mountain, Rampant Growth. Get a swamp. Hit you with the bear. Purple's coming, the 6-mana converge spells. Oh, do we just do it? Do we just do it now? Do we wait another turn? Oh, can we? How greedy are we? How greedy are we? Why did everyone just draft Boros aggro? Does no one have any taste? Boros, just everyone Boros aggro. This might be all the constructed people who are planning on playing standard that have to play limited for an hour. How do you feel about RCQ being modern? Thinking about dumping my Mox Opals due to demand with modern right now. I mean, the price of Mox Opals got to come down at some point. Like, it's gots to. Do we wait one more turn? So if we wait, we chump. You know what? We're going to wait. We're going to wait one more turn. We're going to wait one more turn. We're going to wait one more turn. We're going to be greedy. See if we can get max value out of this vicious rivalry. We can chump with the bear, take 4, and hopefully kill an additional creature. About it. Thinking. I mean, so this means next turn we can Wrath, and then we can follow up the next turn with the Fractal Mascot. And hopefully we draw some other good cards. Like, we're going to have all the mana. Alright, opponent attacks with everything. We will block. Alright. Alright. Scholar of Strife. Sure. Well, we got a game plan. So this is destroy all artifacts and creatures with mana value X or less. This is what, 3? Alright. So we will spend 1, 2, 3 life. Wrath the board. And that's not bad. That is not bad. We also found the Tam. Yeah, let's just play a Terramorphic Bastard. Keep that in the deck. He said, my conspiracy theory is that Fractured will bring back Eldrazi War against the entire multiverse, and we're going to get a color-shifted cards like Time Spiral. I actually think it is very likely that we're getting color-shifted cards. That is actually would be my guess, too. White, black, red, green. Let's get another blue. That would also be my guess. Another bear. So I think we just play an island, play the Fractal Mascot, tap down this Kroll, and now we got a 6/6. About it. Yeah, opponent missing the land drop does help, and I'm not sure, unless I have a road or something. Alright, they're gonna get back the Hardened Academic. Get in, hit us. Oh, that's pretty good. Green, red, black, white, blue, whatever. Let's Snarl Song. All 5 colors. See, maybe if we had purple, this would be even better. I'm just saying. We will get 2 5/5s. We will gain 5. We will hit you for 6. Down to 13. We are out of the danger zone. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Yeah, we're going to hold on to the land for the Tam next turn. Opponent. Yeah, opponent just doesn't have enough lands right now. Opponent gonna discard a Stone Docent. Gonna exile the Stone Docent. Gonna trigger. Gonna grow the Hardened Academic. I mean, opponent needs removal or to chump. I guess I get to gain life with the Hardened Academic. We dropped to 9. Opponent passes. Ooh, that's interesting. Well, step 1. Go to combat, do some attacking. Yeah, let's protect it. Opponent, would you like to block? Opponent blocks. Down to 7. We will play blue, green. Yeah, we can't actually draw often, unfortunately. But we can play a Tam. Play the land. Prepare the Tam. And if our opponent can kill us, then our opponent can kill us, I guess. Play the bear. All right, opponent. Can you hit us for 9? Okay. Big trampling lifelinker. Opponent gonna discard a Docent. I don't think this is enough, though, right? Like, gets in with the Hargan Epidemic. We drop to 5. An opponent scoops it up. Okay. Oh, that's what we want the deck to be doing. The mismatch basics. Wait, do I have mismatch basics, or does the opponent have mismatch basics? Our basics aren't mismatched, are they? Oh, you mean some of them? I see. Some of them are like Final Fantasy, and some are just promos. That's part of the fun. I'm trying to build an EDH deck for a friend, and the theme is to have him do math. Any suggestions for the cards? Ooh, yes. I have the perfect. Oh my god, I have the. Well, I don't even. Is counting math? I was gonna say the first thing that came to mind was Chaos Moon. That was the first card that came to mind. Chaos Moon is a 3-mana enchantment that makes you count the number of permanents on the battlefield every upkeep. What else? What else is mathy, chat? What else can we do to help troll a friend here? Yeah, let's just play this. We will take. Yeah, I guess just keep taking lands. Take the Paradox Garden. Finally not up against Boros for once. Mathematics is pretty mathy. That is actually pretty mathy too. Play the Paradox Gardens. Pass the turn. We still need black. A Imperious Ink Mage. 3/3 Vigilance. Do a little surveilling. Well, let's play the plains. Pass the turn. I guess next turn we can heated argument something. Opponent hits us to 17. Abigail, Port Laureate. Oh, man. I would love to find the black mana. But if we whiff, we can't cast this. What does this do? When you cast a creature spell, it becomes prepared 2 to put a counter on a creature. Oh, that's not that good, is it? Yeah, I guess we better just kill something this turn. Let's play an island. Pass the turn. Birds! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you. Wheel of Misfortune's a good one. Thank you so much for your subscription. Maybe some Cathar's Crusade. So you got to do all the token math or the counter math. Hey, thank you, birds. I appreciate it. You know what? If our opponent wants to do Abigail stuff, I think we're fine with that. Let's kill this thing. An exile that hits you for 2. We dropped to 15. Opponent. Stirring Honormancer. 4/5. That seems like a good limited card. Well, let's sleight a hand. Ooh. Oh. Huh. Yeah, I think we have to take the Snarl Song. Even though, unfortunately, we don't have the black mana, so there are only 4/4s here. We will see. We might be 2. I was thinking Homunculus Sword, too. Bone it. I mean, I think the Snarl Song is, like, one of the best payoffs in our deck. Opponent, Heroic Sansa. Gonna get it. Hit us down to 8. Would still just love to draw the black. Wow! Oh, okay. Well, good thing this is not a strong Planeswalker, but if this was a strong Planeswalker, we'd be in some serious trouble. But getting back a 3/3 is still pretty bad for us. Opponent mills. Black mana, black mana. All right. Well, the power of Snarl-Song, so let's see if it's enough. Snarl-Song. Make 2 4/4s. Gain 4 up to 12. Opponent's got to have removal in hand, though, right? They got to have removal that was left over from last time, because they haven't been able to cast any yet. We haven't had anything for them to kill. Oh, they got a road? They might have a road. They're thinking about doing something with 1 mana. We might be a turn slow. Wow, they do have a road. Well, there's our black mana. We found the black mana. Are we dead, though? Bad News Bears! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big thank you. I feel like 5-color has potential, at least. Opponent. Another prepared creature. And have a bite. Puts a counter on a thing. And Heroic Stanza puts a counter on a thing. Now we block here. Take a ton. So we can't Vicious Rivalry here, unfortunately. We can't Vicious Rivalry. We die. I mean, so it's got to be another one of these. This time for 5. All right. Draw 5, gain 5. Play the land, pass the turn. Maybe this Abigail's better than I give it credit for. Abigail actually seems pretty good. Like, I guess if it just sticks, these prepared creatures are going to be insane and limited. Like, Abigail looks horrible for constructed, but these are just all cards that are multiple cards, right? Like, especially the ones that can re-prepare. Even though Heroic Stanza is a horrible card, like 2 mana for a single counter, that's still very good. The problem is this thing's 5, right? So if we Vicious, we can't kill this. We could pay to 1 and kill everything but that, but then we just die to this thing that costs 5 mana. Yeah, that's kind of the problem. If this was 1 less mana, we definitely would have just swept and went to 1, but... Shattered Acolyte. Opponent just casting everything they can. And Heroic Stanza. Ugh. Yeah, we did not gain enough life. Our opponent's attacking with too much. Oh yeah, leave that back. Ah! We needed them to not attack with the Adventure Seeder. If they didn't attack with Adventure Seeder, then we can wipe. But again, we're gonna be just short of wiping, and I think that's game now. And opponent. Sure, we will discard one of our million lands. And draw. I would also point out, the way this game ended, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 lands. That means we drew almost no non-land. Almost no non-land cards that game. I mean, our opponent, like, if we had 1 more life, I think they probably lose that game, like, pretty convincingly. But, I mean, that is the problem with Vicious Rivalry, right? Sylvan and Commander, I think it's still good and limited, but it is awkward that it's a Wrath that can't save you when you might need it most, which is when you're about to die. What Elder Dragon will you build around for Commander Clash? Do we mulligan this? We don't have any bears, no ramp. The Snarl-Songs are good, but not if we can't cast them. Oh, we got bears now. All right, go Bears. I got Witherbloom for the Elder Dragons. I ended up with everyone else kind of picked first, so I just said I'll take what's left over. So I ended up with Witherbloom. Why not pay Blessed of 3? I don't even think there's an option for Best of 3 during early access. And also, I kind of prefer Best of 1 in limited. Like, yes, it can be swingy in the sense that you run bad and end up not doing anything, but I feel like limited it's nice to see all the different decks that people are trying to do. Honestly, I think all the new I think this is fine. Like, if they want to pump and kill a 1/1 and skip their turn, I think we're okay with that. Yeah, let's just play this Tam. Pass the turn. I kind of honestly feel like all the new Elder Dragons are pretty boring. Like, they're very powerful and splashy, but I think once you see the decks that are built around them, I'm not sure they're actually going to be especially interesting decks. Like, Prismari, you're just going to storm off. Witherbloom, you're just going to, like, cast these massive spells. They're all just these, like, snowball you win the game kind of things. I think Silverquill probably is the most interesting of them. Yeah, I think Silverquill's the one that actually feels, like, kind of novel. Error 23 UK for the 2nd month. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big subscription. Thank you. So we'll see. I'll be interested to see how the Commander Clash goes. I just feel like so many of them are like essentially kill on sight commanders. They're like, if you don't kill them right now, they are going to kill you. Found it. Getting in. We take 4. Down to 14. Well, I think it's Snarl Song time. How about a couple 4/4s and some life? All right, opponent. How do you like us now? Try to repartee us, will ya? Have you heard of a card called Gem Bazaar? Do you think it could get reprinted in paper? It's for sure not broken, right? Wait, what is... Wow, that's a very strong rare. What is Gem Bazaar? I don't even know what Gem Bazaar is. Well, we are very likely just dead now. That card is absolutely insane and limited. Hey, what's up, Stone Rain? How are you? So. How do we get out of this? So we're going to have to chump this. So we blue-green. Let's draw a card, gain a life up to 4. Play a land. We haven't drawn a Berta all draft either. Yeah, I guess we just got to pass. I feel like this draft format, I mean, it's hard to say after one draft, but my first impression is it might be a very aggro draft format. It seems like every deck we've played against has just been a super dedicated, like, hardcore, balls to the wall kind of aggro deck. And we have to chump everything? Yeah, I don't think we can get out of this. Like, we have to double chump here. We can kill the 6, or exile the 6/6. But then they still just have multiple bodies on the battlefield, so I'm not sure how we actually... Like, we can play the Fractal Mascot to tap down something. Our opponent can double pump to save this thing. This practice offense just too much. It is just too much. Well, so now we have to play the Fractal Mascot. Tap down the Banemaker. Well, after this game, win or lose, it is finally going to be time to check out some new constructed about it. We have a removal spell now. And a... Sure. Sure. Well, my first impression of this draft format is it might be incredibly aggressive. Maybe it's not. This might be. Man, I gotta say, I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I actually think Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is a great draft format. And I think the thing I love about it is a card like Everything Pizza is one of the best cards in the format. I love like slower, grindier kind of formats. First impression of this is it's an aggro face roll kind of format, but you can't read too much into one draft. This is obviously the very first draft, but my first impression is this is the very other end of the scale of TMNT, where this is more like a Zendikar, just try to be super aggro and just try to snowball, and you don't do the slow cool things. Discard Dragon's Approach, Miracle Dragon's Approach. Quickly be able to cheat big dragons into play. Ooh, Dragon's Approach is cool. Let's see if is Arena still functioning. Is Arena actually working? Dreamweavers into Rokisaki. Goddraw is something else. Yeah, I mean that was good, but it was good. I never felt like the aggro decks were like unbeatable in that format though. Well, all right, we might have to restart might have to do a little restarting of Arena. Oh no, man! Is Arena gonna die during early access? Right as we're about to start playing new standard? Oh my god! Hopefully not. The bear reminded me of this commander deck I built just to show off the beautiful art from the old set. Ah, Agnes Mackenzie, eh? Old Magic art's so good. That would be a deck that I would enjoy playing just because you get to play such sweet old art in it. Obviously, power level wise, it's very bracket 1-y, right? Like not especially strong. It doesn't look, at least. although there's a Gaia's Cradle. that's so good. That's so it looks like a budget deck almost, right? Like all the cards just look like budget cards, and then there's like a $800 Cradle in there. All right. Well, does your arena always do that like relaunch thing? A couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago now, it never did that before, and now it does that every time I load it. So chat, what constructed deck are you most excited about? What are you most excited about? We have 1 minute till standard. What are we starting with? I know I forgot to warn you to avert your eyes. So what's the first deck we're gonna play in constructed, chat? And a reminder, our sponsor is Card Kingdom. If you need some magical cards, you can go to cardkingdom.com/mtggoldfish. We're gonna get through as many of these decks as possible in the next couple hours ish. Landfall Mathemagics, Iro Paradigm. Do I have an Iro Paradigm deck? Is that an actual deck, or I started to build Iro Paradigm, and then I gave up on building it. It was it's gonna need some more work, I think. The challenge I ran into with building Iro Paradigm is if you're playing Iro Paradigm, you kind of want to play the good lesson stuff, right? Like the lesson removal, the ancestral. But if you do that, then what are you using the big paradigm things for? You can use the card draw one, but like you're putting counters on Gran. There's not really anything to reanimate, so it's gonna take some work, I think, to figure that one out. 1,000-Year Storm. I mean, I'm down with trying some 1,000-Year Storm. 1 minute and 14 seconds. All right, well, we'll start with 1,000-Year Storm. I want to start. Actually, you know what? Let's start with this loot deck first. Let's start. I really want to try Resonating Loot. I guess Resonating Loot's in 1,000-Year Storm too. All right, we'll start with 1,000-Year Storm. We'll start with 1,000-Year Storm. As we wait for the countdown for 1,000-Year Storm, let's see, 48 seconds. All right, I'll be right back in 48 seconds for some 1,000-Year Storm action. Twenty seconds. The countdown is on. Oh man, I'm excited. I'm excited for this constructed. On the survey they released today, seems to be asking about adding Commander and other 4-player formats. They've been talking about that for a long time. If they could, man, do you think it would be successful? So on one hand, all right, let's see if we can 1,000-Year Storm. Oh, this was going to be IRO Lessons. This was going to be IRO Lessons, but then it turned into an Echo Casting Infinite turn deck. So do you think that Commander would be successful on Arena or not? So on one side, Brawl is very popular. And Commander would just be like better Brawl. On the other side, I think part of what makes Commander the most popular format is the social aspect, right? Like, it's that you hang out with your friends and you get to make jokes and, you know, pick on each other and like have some drinks or whatever you do. So I feel like I'm not sure. I'm really torn. I think they should add it. I definitely think they should add it. I'm not sure the people who play Paper Commander though will just automatically play Arena Commander, because I'm not sure it actually does exactly the thing that they're looking for, if that makes any amount of sense. But I still think it'd be an upgrade. Like, it would definitely be a big upgrade on Brawl. And Brawl is proven to be a very popular format, so an upgrade on Brawl is still a good thing. The other thing would be just getting the cards on the client. Like, let's sleight of hand, start digging, see if we can find our Stormcarved Coast. That's what I was gonna say. I mean, we need to find the 1,000-Year Storm. Next turn, we can play the Loot. And see what happens. Opponent. Ooh, Ancient Cornucopia. Opponent also doing some rampy things. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Are we that kind of jerk? Yeah, I think we just bounce. Is that correct? You know what? Let's just wait. We're just gonna play a land, and we're just gonna play a little loot. A little resonating loot. Pay no mind. You play a mana artifact, we play a mana artifact. We'll keep it fair. Oh, please don't kill it. I'm worried that Golgari can kill the 1,000. Ooh, destroy target creature. Okay, that's fine. Oh boy, we're gonna untap a double mana. Opponent takes up the Professor Dalian Fell. Sure, opponent gonna play a swamp. Well. Okay, so about that, we are gonna start by, let's see. Let's start by casting this. Draw 3, discard 2, make 5. That's a lot of Fire Singers. Discard a couple Fire Singers. Let's go again. Discard and actually no, discard and discard. Seize the spoils. Discard the Stormcarved Coast. We're drawing a whole lot of nothing. Prismari Charm. Bottom, or graveyard. Another loot. Hell, play the land. Burst Lightning the Professor. Alright, well. Pass the turn. We cast a lot of spells. We just didn't find a win the game card. We're playing standard now. This is 1,000-Year Storm. I am a little worried about this ultimating. I assume they're trying to set up the ultimate, which is what we're kind of nervous about. Cruel Claws Heist with a gift. All right, sure. Well, they're probably going to take the Seize the Spoils, I guess. I mean, we're going to have all the mana in the world. Yeah, opponent takes the Seize the Spoils. Can we find anything to do with it? Opponent, land. And what, Seize the Spoils? Do we even play the... All right, opponent's going to Seize the Spoils. Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest upside to Professor Dalian, pal, is that ultimate's in one turn, which is actually kind of crazy. We're going to wait to see if we find... All right, we find a Prismari Charm. We really just need to find the 1,000-Year Storm. So let's play the Opt. We'll keep the Rapturous Moment. I mean, Rapturous Moment 1,000-Year Storm is the biggest stream. That's what we really want. Let's play a second Loot. Yeah, I guess we just play the land. Play the land. Bounce the Prof. Prismari Charms felt good. All right. How about a 1,000-Year Storm? Found it. You know what we might be doing? Maybe this deck needs to be Teamer. With how this game is playing, you know what I want the most? You know what I want the most is that silly... You know what I want the most is the Simic Mind to Matter spell. We could draw enough, put the 1,000-Year Storm into play, and then pop off. Oh, multiple loops don't stack. Interesting. I guess that's kind of obvious now that I think about it, but that is... Playing the second loot was not worth it. Yeah, second loot doesn't actually do anything. Let's Rapturous Moment. Discard the loot. Discard the Fire Sink. Wait, did I forget to put 1,000-Year Storm in this deck? Like, is 1,000-Year Storm in this deck? All right, it is in the deck. There's the 1,000-Year Storm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh. Okay. 1,000-Year Storm. 1,000-Year Storm. 1,000-Year Storm. Play the land. What is our storm count at? All right. Well, we're going to do a little burning. I mean, this kills the Professor, but we are out of cards. I think we need to be Simic. I mean, the loot only draws if you have 7 or more cards in hand, remember? So we're very far away from actually drawing with a loot. It's a Library of Alexandria opponent. More Professor Dalian Fells. Yes, that looks so good. Found it. Gains more. I mean, opponents gain a ton of life. Oh, no. Well, I think that's probably the game. Pass turn. Yeah, I think I'm gonna add that card draw. Like, maybe it's not worth it, but with how this game played out, it seems like exactly what we want. Opponent, Ultimates. Plays even more Dalian Fells. Opponent's deck, I don't know, it's not doing, like... Yeah, I guess they draw a lot of Dalian Fells, but what else is their deck trying to do? Opponent gonna gain 3 life, gonna drain us. Oh my god. Alright, we will draw more lands, pass the turn. I think Mathematics is too slow. The thing I like about the Teamer spell is it can put 1,000-Year Storm into play. Like, Mathematics, we can tap a bunch of mana, draw a bunch of cards, and then just be like, oh, next turn, we're going to try to do something. But the Simic spell lets us put it into play directly. Mathematics, did we have 14 mana there? We probably had 14, right? The double loot didn't do anything. We'll try another one. We might add Simic, though. I actually don't think Dalian's... Like, I think Dalian might be okay. I think Standard is so incredibly power-crept that I'm not actually sure Dalian is fast enough to actually be a good Standard card. Like, Standard's just so power-crept. So that's kind of the issue. Like, yes, it's great if you can just, like, stick it and it stays around and you do the thing, but I'm not sure how often you actually get to do that in practice. We started with a draft. Oh god. All right, opponent. heard it was early access. So they're playing Mono Green Landfall. We'll play a Blazing Fire Singer. And opponent. What are we doing, opponent? I actually think Ral is really bad. Like, I'm not sure what you like. It just doesn't do anything. Like, I could construct scenarios where it would be good, but in general, I think Ral's actually pretty bad. Well, let's play a Resonating Loop. There's no landfall threat, so we're not dead yet. Opponent is untapping with roughly infinite mana. Gonna crack the Promising Vein. Yeah, I mean, I guess if Ral comes down on turn 2, maybe that's good enough. It's still, though, like, it doesn't do anything, right? It just doesn't... Like, what would be the reason to put Ral in your deck? I think... Like, that's what I keep getting stuck on. The best I can come up with is the reanimation mode for something like Oculus, maybe. Like, if you're some deck that can really take advantage of a Helping Hands effect, then you kind of get a Helping Hands with extra upside, maybe like discard or something. But I'm actually just not sure. Not sure exactly where you put it. Opponent, gonna try to get in as much Chocobo damage as possible here. Gonna crack the fetch. Gonna grow the Chocobo. Hits us down to 13. We draw another Fire Singer. Well, let's do some digging with a Rapturous Moment. Well, there's a Loot. And there's a 1,000-Year Storm. So if we discard and discard... All right, let's Seething Song. I think this might work. So in Seething Song, make a bunch of mana. 1,000-Year Storm. Get down the 1,000-Year Storm. We gotta go for it. We gotta go for it. 1,000-Year Storm. Bottom. Ooh, keep the flashback. Keep the flashback. If we survive, next turn's gonna be sweet. Keep the Seize the Spoils. Wait. Can this turn be sweet? Keep the Opt. Wait. We might be able to do it. Play the land. Seize the Spoils. Double mana. Discard the Multiversal Passage. We're still going. Copy it. Draw some cards. Oh, is it going to time us out? It's going to time us out. That's not great. Oh, no. Why are we timing out? No. Not like this. Not mid-combo. Magic Gods. Discard. Why is the clock going so fast? Maybe we're okay. We might be okay. Because now we can... We draw these cards. Vibrant Outburst your face. Oh, no. All right. Vibrant Outburst your face. Yes, again. Okay, we did it. Oh, 1,000-Year Storm. That rope seemed faster than normal. And now we can flashback. Oh, the Rapturous Moment would be sweet, but we will be nice, and we will just kill our opponent. We get to flashback everything. Flashback, and opponent scoops it up. Wait, did that clock not seem faster than normal? Oh, okay. Okay. It turns out that putting a Seething Song in standard, even on a bad creature, might actually be kind of scary. It might actually be kind of scary. I thought I had more time than that. Oh, that was a good kill though. Yeah, we had Burst Lightning. We had so many ways that we could have won from there. What I really want to do is the Rapturous Moment. Like, the Rapturous Moment with a 1,000-Year Storm out, you should just make all the mana, right? And like draw your deck. Yeah. Arena not a Storm fan. I mean, we have a Prismari in the deck too. The other thing you can try to do with this, and I'm not sure how to make it work, but Prismari can be like a 4-mana 1,000-Year Storm if you can reanimate it. So maybe there's a world where you like zombify Prismari and try to pop off on the cheap. The problem is Prismari is also a 1,000-Year Storm that dies to removal, which is kind of sketchy. Like Ward 5 life is something, but not enough. I'm surprised there's not a Dark Ritual prepare card. Well, so far Resonating Loot seems as ridiculous as I hoped. Like, Resonating Loot seems... The only thing I didn't connect is copying it doesn't do anything. Like, making multiples doesn't actually do anything, but... Well, that's a good question, chat. Chat, what is a instant or sorcery that you didn't get prepared that you would have prepared? Is there anything... I think I'd go with Balance. There's no way... It would have to be in the Commander decks, because there's no way they're going to put Balance in Standard, but... I think Balance would be sweet. Well, I'll just take a Burst Lightning. Lore Beast. Great minds. Opponent, Hinterland Sanctifier. Sure. Well, let's play a little tap land. And chip the turd. Balance would have been cool. Dark Ritual would be cool. Healing. At least they didn't go with Healing Salve for the white card. Opponent getting in. Hitting us. So this is what? Some sort of life gain deck? Rabbit deck? Ooh, definitely a life gain deck. Opponent, gonna do some digging. The question is, do we Burst Lightning the Hinterland Sanctifier? So the idea of Blazing... Yeah, I think we do. Like, the idea of this Blazing Fire Singer is if we play it on turn 3, it should give us enough mana to cast the 1,000-Year Storm on turn 4. What tech do I need to know about playing Restore Balance in EDH? So Restore Balance, it works just like actual Balance, except it's a lot harder to cast. You need to have a plan for actually casting it without waiting as long. Ooh, and a Road Believer. Yeah, right, sure. Sure. Opponent going to erode us. We get a land. Well, man, we could have actually cast a 1,000-Year Storm. We would have actually been able to play it if it wasn't for that meddling kid. Opponent, Hinterland Sanctifier. Good gain of life. A Johnny's Pride Mate. Well, I think this is worth it. Once the Pride Mate gets a little bigger, it's going to be impossible to kill. So I think we just got to kill it now. All right, land. How about a land? Vibrant Outburst. All right, pass it. We're so close. About it. I mean, I'm happy for the land they gave us. Haley, Guided by Light. Well, let's kill that, tap that. I think Vibrant Outburst seems very good. And opponent, follow the Loomer. It's going to try to draw some cards. There's no prepare counter spell, I don't believe. All right, well, not a 1,000-Year Storm, but we find the loot. Opponent, Enduring Innocence. And Virulent Emissary. All right, sure. Opponent gets in, hits us down to 18, passes. We draw another loot. Well, okay, Rapturous Moment. Draw some cards. Discard the loot. discard the... These the spoils, I think. So we get to make some mana. Use the mana to play a 1,000-Year Storm. Can we just draw? Wait, why is this? Oh, I see, I see. We got to play the land. This is an interesting scenario. Yeah, let's try draw. If they kill us, we came here to storm. If you kill us, you kill us. We're going to scry draw ×2. Prismari Charm. Ooh, that's actually even better. That's even better. Draw 1. Do it again. Do it again. Bottom and bottom. Or graveyard, graveyard. Okay, there's an opt. There's an opt. Prismari Charm. Let's keep drawing. We're going to set up for the kill next turn. Keep sleight of hand. Mill the land. If our opponent can literally kill us this turn or kill our 1,000-Year Storm, then they got us. If they cannot literally 16 us this turn, next turn is going to be so good. All right, opponent, that's all we got. That's it. That's it, that's all. Just don't kill our 1,000-Year Storm or our loot. Opponent, Exemplar Light, that's fine. The biggest, most flying Ajani's... Oh, this turn. This turn's going to be so good. Yeah, I don't want to bounce their whole board, though. I want to draw my whole deck. That's what I want to do. Yo, we got it. Oh, check this out, chat. Okay. Are you ready? Are you ready for the best storm turn yet? Opponent hits us down to 12. Gains life, draws cards, solves their case up to 36. Hopefully that doesn't matter. The question is going to be, can we win before we mill out? So, we will start by casting... we'll tap this for double blue. Cast a sleight of hand. Storm count at 1. Take a Verge. We don't really need another 1,000-Year Storm. Play the land. Sleight of hand. Storm count at 2. Take a Prismari the Inspiration. Take a Rapturous Moment. Okay. Okay. Now, we Rapturous Moment. Storm count at 2. Draw 6, discard 4, make 10. Discard, discard. And discard and discard. And then I think we might just Rapturous Moment again. Make a little more mana. Rapturous Moment seems so good for 1,000-Year Storm. Rapturous Moment. Discard, discard. Make a little mana. Discard and discard. Make a bit of mana. Okay, we do need to stop drawing cards or we're going to mill out. Discard and discard. Make a little mana. And discard and discard. Now we will play a Blazing Fire Singer. We will Seething Song. Copy that a few times. Seething Song in Standard. Oh my god. Okay, yes. 37 mana, let's do that again. Seething Song. We can and will play the dragon too. It's coming. Prismari the Inspiration. Add that to the pile. Blazing Fire Singer. Storm count at infinite. Seething Song. Storm times 20. That should be 100 new manas. And that should be the game, right? That should be the game. We make all the mana. And then all we gotta do... Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. And then we will do this in the most brutal way possible, which is we are going to Prismari Charm you to death. It's a wrath. It's a wrath. We have built our own wrath. These are good clicks, though. These are good clicks. These are the clicks that I will take all the time. Oh my god. Prismari in standard, so we'll kill you. So 3 more at you, 3 more at you, 1 at you, 2 at you. And McWin Sauce, thank you. Thank you for letting us do this. You're a good sport. Too bad we can't send 2 with the face. That would make this easier. All right, Prismari Charm. Doing Prismari Charm things. Our storm count is too high to cast card draw. However, we can still cast Sleight of Hand. Yeah, you can just resolve them all. Why do I have to resolve them every time? All right, opponent. Down to 21, down to 20, Angel dead. And then, last but not least, Sleight of Hand. We will take all the cards from the rest of our deck. Prismari Charm. 1,000-Year Storm. And then we can tap the Resonating Loot and die. All right. So draw the rest of the deck. I mean, we got to do the full combo. We got to do the full combo. We got to do the full combo. All right. No cards left. But we have found the win condition. Yeah, Sleight of Hand is not drawing, so we don't actually die to milling out. And then all we got to do... Man, yeah, the X damage spell would actually be good. Play the 1,000-Year Storm? Is that a rub-in? That's too much. That's too much. I'm not a monster. I'm not a monster. I'm not a monster. We're just playing some good, clean, standard Magic here. You can scoop opponent. That's okay. You really can. You don't have to sit through this. You don't have to sit through it. Well, 1,000-Year Storm. I can't play. Playing the Sega Storm is just too mean. It's too mean. Yeah, opponent. If only they had another Soul Warden or 2. Well, I don't want to overreact to Early Access Day, and I am not here to say that 1,000-Year Storm is going to be good in Standard, because it's never been good in Standard, and it'll probably still be an Against Odds deck. But my early impression of Resonating Loot is this card might be real. Like, Resonating Loot, it looks like a real card, and it kind of is playing like a real card. Blazing Fire Singer kind of surprised me. I wasn't sure how good this was going to be. It looks so clunky. Like, you got to pay 3 for the Blazing Fire Singer and then 3 for the Seething Song. But in this deck, it was actually kind of ridiculous. Oh, yeah. 1,000-Year Storm is always one of the most fun. It's always one of the most fun decks. Yeah, if only we had a good Izzet deck. You didn't know I have a Twitch? Yeah, I don't stream very much. I only stream like once a week. But yes, Tuesdays usually. But this week, Early Access Day. Yeah, I mean, that's going to be the problem with Loot, right? If you can untap with it, it's insane. You got a little bit of the Panharmonicon problem, right? Yeah, Panharmonicon. I mean, every set in the last year pretty much has had a top-tier Izzet deck, so maybe it's time. Maybe it's time for 1,000-Year Storm to shine. You want to try Berta Combo next? We can try Berta Combo. The Berta Combo seems like a very tough one. That one is definitely the epitome of Against the Odds. Oh, yeah, I said I trued the Doppelgang deck, too, yeah. Yeah, well, we can do those ones next. Oh, Izzet. Another Izzet player. Well, all right, let's play Amazing Fire Singer. About it. Vibrant Outburst. Storm Doppelgang, actually... See, what you can easily do is play a deck like that, play Northwind Avatar, so you can tutor from your sideboard, and then it's very easy to play like one Doppelgang, one of this, one of that, and always have access to it. So I think that might be the direction to go. Opponent might be trying to do the Iroh lesson stuff, like shared roots, ramping. It might be. Oh, taxes. Hooray. Yeah, I got my taxes done, so that's good, thankfully. What do you think of the new Pox spell? Pox, I spent the last couple days mostly just brewing decks, right? Brewing decks. Ooh, our first Emeritus of Ideation. Well, I guess we seize the spoils. Get rid of a steam vents. Play a land. Red. Rapturous Moment seems very good in this deck. Red, blue. Red. Rapturous Moment. Discard and discard. Seize the spoils. All right, we'll just pass. We found the 1,000-Year Storm. Is it in time? Opponent untaps. There is some chance we win next turn. If we can resolve our stuff, opponent's going to Ancestral Recall in Standard. Hey Seth, what card are you most excited to play with from this set? I really love this set, and there's like a whole bunch of cards I'm hyped for. But one of the cards I'm most hyped for is actually just Resonating Loot. I think Resonating Loot's going to lead to some of the craziest games with Doppelgangs and 1,000-Year Storms. Like, just the mana doubling can do such ridiculous things. But really, there's a lot of cards that I'm very excited to build around. Opponent, Ancient Cornucopia. Well, now we learn if our opponent has a counter spell. So, blue, red. Oh, this doesn't even really work, does it? 1,000-Year Storm. And then this tap land is actually kind of ruining our day. All right, play the land past the turn. Next turn, if we untap, look out. Found it. Yeah, if you want to see the brews, the deck command, there's almost like 30 decks so far that I've made. Tally Hall for the 53rd month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup, Jeffrey. Thank you. About getting in with Emeritus. Gonna hit us down to 8. I mean, I'm pretty confident if we untap with our board, we win. Okay, that's cool. But does it stop a 1,000-Year Storm? Because if not, next turn is gonna get wild. Opponent. Burst Lightning Emeritus. Okay, that's fine. We're not dead. And we're untapping with the loot and the thou. Oh, are you ready? Are you ready for some fun, chat? Oh, I'm so hyped for this. Oh, this deck is so much fun. Opponent, Emeritus of Ideation, sure. Burst Lightning, sure. Can we play against you, or can you only play with other streamers? So this is an early access event that is only basically other streamers. But we will do a viewer battle stream after Vegas. So soon. Opponent hits us to 6. Gonna Ancestor Recall. I mean, Pony had a big turn, but we are gonna have a bigger turn. So let's see how we want to do this. So step 1, we are going to play Rapturous Moment. Storm count at 1. Discard and discard. Then we are going to play Flashback on Rapturous Moment and Flashback on Seize the Spoils. We will Rapturous Moment. Storm count increasing. Draw some cards. Discard some cards. There's another Rapturous Moment. Rapturous Moment has been as good as I hoped in this deck. It is doing exactly what I had in my head. It is doing exactly there's a Burst Lightning. We might not even need to go that far, honestly. Because now we can play... well, let's go one more Rapturous Moment. Make a little mana, discard a few cards. Oh, man. This actually feels pretty good. Discard some cards. and discard some cards. And now we can play the Seething Song. Do the Seething Song thing. Discard some cards. So now we play this thing. Seething Song a few times. No, Emeritus is not legendary. You can stack them up. And then we will, let's see, we have what, 16 cards? I guess we can just win now, right? So we'll just win. Vibrant Outburst. Burn you a little bit. It's almost, we didn't even need to seize the spoils. I don't know, maybe 1,000 Year Storming is going to be too easy now. Did they make it too good? Yeah, I wish they actually had Stormcout. There is actually a world where we could have drawn enough that our opponent could have killed us like that. Vibrant Outburst, number 2, and that's the GG. And bonus gives it up. Ooh, okay, well, I don't know. Did we break it? Did we break it already? Did we break it with 1,000 Year Storm? I mean, we might actually switch to a different deck pretty soon because this is just going to keep doing the same thing. And it's actually working. It's actually working. Well, at least when it comes to your battle streams, I don't have to worry about whether or not I need to take the day off of work. Hey, looking on the bright side, Mega Magikarp. I like it. How'd the limited game go earlier? We'll do one more with this, and then we're going to switch. We're going to switch decks after this. Oh, yeah, Phoebe was still in Standard. My God. I'm glad that card's not in Standard. Limited, meh, we drafted a 5-color Converge deck and ran into a bunch of aggro decks. So, it was not sealed, though. I don't really like sealed. Yeah, this is our last deck, and then we're going to switch. Or last game with this deck, and then we're going to switch. I was in a meeting, but I looked over and saw Seth with 150 mana. Is he teaching Arena Zoomers about Grape Shot Storm? Oh, this isn't Standard. There's no Grape Shots. There's no Grape Shots. We're doing this in Standard. They made a mistake of putting a mana doubler and Seething Song on a creature into Standard, and now you can really have some fun. It is wild to think, with how dominant it is in Standard, that we were supposed to have Cutter and Vivi in this format. It is kind of crazy that that was the actual intention. I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know what they were thinking when they were designing those cards. I mean, hopefully it was just stuff getting messed up because of changing rotation so often, but yeah, I wonder what Standard would look like if they just unbanned anything. It would be very degenerate. Is Witherbloom Dalian Fel viable? I haven't played with Dalian Fel yet, although I do have some Dalian Fel decks, so I'm curious to find out if it's viable. I think it looks like a Planeswalker that could be strong, although I will also say it also is 4 mana in a very fast format. So it's a card that I think if Dalian Fel was printed like 5-10 years ago, I think it would be like very, very good, like in the conversation for one of the best cards from the set. Now I think it still has potential, and it does ultimate very quickly, which we already saw once. But yeah, let's just do this. Seize the spoils, discard the land, draw some cards. Mostly Steam Vents, pass the turn. So we'll have to wait and see, but I think Dalian Fel has potential at least. I think it at least has potential. Opponent. Oh, this is a person we already played once. Cornucopia burns it. So what deck are we playing next, chat? What is next? Are we doppelganging? There's the Emeritus of Ideation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's just wait. Let's untap. I think we actually just... This feels so janky, but I think we just Prismari Charm. Actually, you know what? It worked last time. Let's just run it out. Let's just run it out. They couldn't kill it last time. 1,000 Year Storm. All right, opponent. Kill us, kill it, or we will kill you. If you want to tap with Thousand Year Storm, it's very hard to not win. Yeah, what do you all think of Professor Dalian Fell? I mean, it's not my fault, Neotug, that they added so many sets to standard and delayed rotation. It's Wizards' fault. It's Wizards' fault. There's so many sets now that of course I'm going to doppelgang every set. Is Pioneer actually dead? No. I mean, so I guess it depends on your definition of dead. When I hear people, ooh, Quandrix is a proof. All right, let's see if our opponent can cascade into an answer to Thousand Year Storm. Spin it to win it, spin it to win it. Shared Roots. That does not answer 1,000. Oh, opponent. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, MTG Joe. I have bad news for you, friend. I have a wee bit of bad news. Opponent gets in, hits us. Sure. Yes, that is fine. Opponent passes. Well, oh my god, in the loot. Do we even play the loot? I think we do. So, let's see. Blue, blue, red, and red. So we'll play the loot. We are going to need a way to make mana. Like, we might actually not win this turn. This might be a value turn. So maybe we actually do lose here. We get to opt. Ooh, seize the spoils. That actually kind of... Oh, no! Did I tap wrong? Oh, I tapped wrong. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, that is actually a big issue. There's a burst lightning. That is actually a big issue. River Pyre Verge. That lack of mana might actually be a problem. Seize the spoils. Discard a land. Storm it. Draw. There's the Rapturous Moment. We don't get the mana. Oh, there's a flashback. Does flashback change anything? Our storm count's not high enough to win with burst lightning, right? Well, we can draw with the loot. First time we've actually drawn with the loot. If we... That one mana actually is going to make this so much harder. That one mistapping. If we didn't mistap, then we just flashback seize the spoils and keep going. But now we only have 3 mana. So I think the best thing we can do is... Burst Lightning the Quandrix. So we get rid of the Quandrix. And then just pass. We just pass. Next turn. Next turn. Man, that mistapping really got us. It really got us good. It really got us good. This thing has ward 2, so we can't even bounce it. Would you do a Slickshot show-off deck with the new Prismari cards? So I think that what's most likely to happen there is... Yeah, our storm count wasn't high enough, unfortunately. Resonating Loot's so good. Oh, hey, McQuinsauce. Good game, by the way. Found it. Getting in, hitting us. Are we exiling 8? No. Down to 6. They have Burst Lightning. They might be able to burn us out. What, you got 3 Burst Lightnings? Do you actually have 3 Burst Lightnings? I guess 2 works if you have a land, then they can kick it. Alright. Well, our opponent does not know that they should have been dead there. Well, I gotta say, 1,000 Year Storm feels pretty good. So, yes, we lost that last one. That was just the mistap. Like, I guess I should have let it auto-tap, but I just didn't tap for loot mana. So it tapped for normal mana, and that 1 mana actually was the difference between winning or losing the game. So we ended up losing the game, but this deck it actually felt very good. It actually felt very good. How do we cast 4 spells with 3 mana? Oh, so, What we could have done is we could have, if we had the 1 more mana, 4 mana instead of 3 mana, we'd be able to flashback to recast the Seize the Spoils from the graveyard with Storm counting at 5, and there were 2 Seize the Spoils. So the first one makes enough mana to cast the second one, then we cast another one with Storm count of 6. That gets us to Rapturous Moment, which makes infinite mana, and then we do the thing and win the game. Like, it's so if we had 1 more mana, we would have won there. Yes, basically deck 1. Pilot loss, basically. All right, so what are we trying next? So 1,000 Year Storm looked really good. I know some people voted... We can try the Birda deck. I will warn you, I think the odds of us doing the thing with this deck are very, very low. So I will warn you going into it that I think the chances of it coming together, it's probably one of those decks that's going to be... that's going to be at its best... Not Spirit Caller. Where's the Birda deck? There's the Birda deck. I'm guessing this is going to be a deck that is going to be at its best in for against the odds. So I can just like jam a ton of games and lose a bunch and then get a few good ones. But the idea of this deck, so here's what we're trying to set up. So the idea of this deck, we're trying to combo off with Birda Wise Extrapolator. So Birda, when you put a counter on it, you get to make a mana of any color. So what we really are trying to do is Birda, when we put a thing on it, we make mana. Pensive Professor, when we put a counter on it, we get to draw a card. If we have Crime Novelist, when we sack an artifact, we make a mana. So the actual synergy of this deck is we're trying to make a bunch of mana with the Badger Mole Cub stuff, to cast a big Mutagen Man, to make a bunch of Mutagen tokens, which we can sack for 1 mana to put a +1/+1 counter on a creature. So if we can have both Crime Novelist and the bird on the battlefield, we can sack the mutagens for free because of Mutagen Man's ability. They make a mana with Crime Novelist's ability. They make a mana with Birda's ability. So we're actually generating 2 mana for each mutagen we sack, which then means we can put some of the counters on the Pensive Professor to draw some cards, and hopefully just draw through our entire deck, and then win with the Imodane's Recruiter. So that's the idea. The other shenanigan is, the Ooze said, when a creature you control leaves, with +1/+1 counters on it leaves the battlefield, you make a mutagen token for each counter on it. So if we do that same combo, we can like bounce off something with a bunch of counters on it to remake a bunch of counters to keep the combo going. So that's the hope. I don't know how realistic it is, but that is how we're attempting to combo off with Birda. So let's see if we can pull this off. Let's see if we can pull off the Birda combo. It would be sweet. It would be sweet if we could. I mean, this is one of those things, if we can just do it once, I'm going to be thrilled. We have not played Aziza yet. So far, we did a draft, and then we did 1,000 Year Storms. Those are the 2 decks we played so far. And now we are trying some Birda combo. So, the Slick Shot question. So here's the thing about the Slick Shot question. So could you have a Slick Shot deck with the new... Hand has a lot of combo pieces, just very slow, no mana. So could you build a Slick Shot deck with the new Izzet cards? So I think what ends up happening is, I don't think you build a Slick Shot deck with the Izzet cards. I think the existing Slick Shot deck can maybe adopt some of the Slick Shot cards. So I think that's the most likely outcome. If you want to build around it, you could play Slick Shot in like the 1,000 Year Storm deck, and it would get really big, right? As you're casting all the spells. So you could slot it into any spell deck if you wanted to as like a win condition. But I think the most likely thing is like the Izzet Prowess deck that plays Slick Shot will probably just adopt some of the new Strixhaven stuff and do it that way. Hey, I would love to see all your deck lists. I'd love to see Temur X spell deck. Oh yeah, if you want to see any... Ooh, what is this? Tabloid Discovery. 3 mana. When it enters mill a card, you can play the card this turn, add a red, add 2 only for instants and sorceries. Huh. That's actually not the worst mana rock for Commander. Well, I mean... It makes me nervous that they're a spell deck. How do we want to do this? Yeah, I mean, let's play the Birda. Get down them combo pieces. But if you want to see any of the deck list command, they're all... Anything that is that we're playing today is in the article. And a bunch of other stuff that we're not going to get to. But all the brews are on there. The X-Spell deck looks interesting. Izzet Wizards looks really interesting to me. Izzet Wizards, I don't think is like... Maybe this... Brutal. Oh, is this just a control deck? Ugh. If this is just a control deck, then life is probably not great. Probably not exactly great. Well, we're gonna play the ooze. Start building up some mutagen. Pass the turn. Would it be okay if you put my deck into the vote pool? Probably won't get it, but would be nice. So let me see. Oh God. Well, I mean, we've been on the other side of this. We know how this goes, and the answer is we die. The answer is the game ends. I'm almost starting to think that Resonating Loop might actually just be... It might actually just be a mistake card. It might actually just straight up be a mistake card. We will see. I mean, as soon as they spoiled it, you gotta remember Fires of Invention, Wilderness Reclamation. Bad mana doublers have been dominant forces in Standard over the years. In recent times, not like, you know, back in the 90s. There's a chance that Resonating Loop is actually just straight up busted. There was no Traumatic Critique in the 1000-Year Storm deck. There could be, but there's not. Yeah, I mean, this game is super over. Sure. This is not the matchup where we're going to see the Berta deck that needs 5 different combo pieces on the battlefield to do its thing. The Jeskai control matchup is not what we're looking for with this one. Well, let's play a land, and... I mean, I guess we'll play a Formidable Speaker. It doesn't even really do anything, but I guess we might as well play it. Where can we find the tournament list for your series you're doing with Richard? So, they're linked in all of the articles. Each week when I publish the article, you can see the bracket there, but I can link it here. Opponent, 3 steps ahead. That spreadsheet has all the matchups on it. Opponent gonna counter, opponent gonna pump, opponent gonna draw. If it was not early access, I would have scooped a turn or two ago, but they really don't want people to scoop much during early access, so we'll let it go for a couple turns, but in reality, this game is 100% over. Yeah, I don't know why there's not a Storm Count emo. Opponent going to flashback a Jeskai Revelation. There is a Storm Count emo that shows Storm Count. Oh, you have to actually get an emo? Interesting. Opponent, Jeskai Revelation. Gonna bounce a land. This card's gonna be an issue. This card is going to be an issue. Opponent gets in. Down to 8. Well, we will exile a card from the graveyard. Opponent passes. All right, I think we're dead enough on board that we can actually scoop. Yeah, it turns out that having double mana is very, very powerful. It is very powerful. I mean, what do you think the actual power level of loot is? Like, what do you think the power level? Do you think that Resonating Loot is actually like a format-defining, like Fires of Invention Wilderness Rec card, or is it safe enough that it's actually? I mean, you can just like tap out on turn 4 and someone abrades it and it does nothing. Like, is it just answerable enough by removal that it's not actually going to be a problem? I'm very curious what your take is on Loot, because I think Loot, out of all the cards we've played with so far at least, I think it has the highest chance to be like a broken card. I'm not saying that's like 50+%. It might be like 10% or 20%, but I think out of the cards from the set, it has one of the highest chances to be the broken card. Well, let's start playing some land. Oh man, so much is it. It's funny that what is going on with Magic that no matter what set it is, like it's always Is It versus Badger Mole. Like for months and months, Is It versus Badger Mole is just like, is Wizards intentionally trying to make like a busted Is It deck every set? Is that a goal, or are they just accidentally making a busted Is It deck every set? If it's happening accidentally, that's even more of a concern, right? Like if you're accidentally doing it, if you're doing it on purpose, then at least it's a strategy. If you're just accidentally doing it, then it kind of calls into question the ability, the card designing ability. Oh my god, another land. Well, we're gonna play this Berta. Not that it really does anything. Run out the Berta. Get in. Hit you a bit. Starting town. Go. Wait. What is the question, Hazarex? For some reason, I can't see what you're replying to. Oh, did you have Chromatic Critique in Is It Storm? No Chromatic Critique in Is It Storm. Another Resonating Loot deck. Now we play this, make a mana. Exile the Mind into Matter. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7. I mean, Berta can make a very big token here. 8, 9, 10. Wait, does this actually just make a 10-10? I guess that is how it works. Okay. Well, that is a big old fractal. Good lord. That's not why we're playing Berta, but that's actually a lot of power on the battlefield. All right. Reindeering! It is time to go back to school. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. I wonder what Is It deck will be best from this set. Hopefully 1,000 Year Storm. I mean, it's gotta be... I don't even know. Is it super juiced? Is it super juiced in this opponent? Ramp. And... I mean, they're probably setting up for, like, Math Magic's kill, I would guess. Wow. Okay, so not even setting up... They must have double Math Magics. We draw a Crime Novelist. That doesn't win us the game, though. Yeah, we just don't have enough damage, right? So, I mean, we play the Crime Novelist. Make a mana with Berta. Crack this on a Badger Mole Cub. Make a mana with the crack. I mean, this is as close as we've gotten to something resembling the combo. Crack on the Badger Mole Cub. And then I think we just got to swing with everything, but they can chump block here, take the beats, and then just mathematics for lethal. Prowess with like 1 or 2 new cards is still going to be insane. Oh yeah, oh for sure. Like, I don't think... I mean, in a 3-year standard with closing in on 20 sets or whatever, I think it is... Wait, that's 1 short, right? Oh, that is enough. All right, X6. Sure. Resonating Loop. Yup. Fair enough. I actually think Resonating Loop kind of makes... I mean, it's cool that it can win with Math Magics, but it seems kind of easy. Same with... I wonder if it's going to make doppelganging and stuff less fun in the long run. Like, I think part of the fun of something like Mathemagics or Doppelgang is the challenge of it. I've noticed before, like, with cards I really like, if they ever become good, then I don't like them as much. But yeah, I mean, so because Standard's so big, and there's so many sets, and things are so power crap, it is basically impossible for a new set to come in and just completely change the meta, right? I think our best bet is... Fingers crossed, we get like Is It Wizards or something to join the pantheon of tier Is It decks, or so we get a new version of a Badger Mole Cub deck, maybe a Badger Mole Cub into Quandrix sometimes, or Witherbloom. Maybe there's a like. So I think you're looking for those kind of things, but in a big standard, it's just I don't know how you end up in a world where like each new set creates a new meta. Like it's not gonna be like it was when Standard was 5 to 8 sets, and every set was like a huge portion of Standard. That's just out the window with the current era. Like that's not gonna happen anymore. What about the 2-year Standard event? I mean, I think we talked about it before. The event doesn't especially appeal to me too much. About it. Demolition Field. Emeritus of Abundance. I imagine the 2-year Standard event would be somewhat similar to alchemy, kind of the Moto version of alchemy. I mean, we got Berta, we got Mutagen, man. We got Badger Milk Cup for some mana. Maybe there's... Oh, they have Badger Milk Cup too. All right, opponent. Badger Milk Cup on the demo field. And... going to blow up the starting town. Sure. So we're gonna land. Opponent gets it. Down to 15. Well, let's play a Badger Milk Cup. Turn on the land. Multiversal Passage on blue. Get out a formidable speaker. What do we get? So we have Berta. All right, let's pitch one of the Bertas. I guess take Pensive Professor. I think this deck probably just needs too many. It just needs too many pieces to actually be realistic. So I think this one's probably gonna end up one that we gotta try to do for against the odds. Because this might be either one that takes a lot more work as far as brewing to get it to a reasonable win rate, or it might be one that's just, it's like a 10% win rate deck, but the 10%'s so good that you just gotta play for 10 hours and then get a few good games out of it. Opponent, Earthbender's Engine on the demo field. And gonna play a Fabled Passage, sure. I'm intrigued by the possibility of Arn with Arnian with Mobilize too. I have a deck like that. I don't know how good it is. We haven't played it yet, but I do think the idea is cool. Like, the curve is it seems very good. Dog of it for the 80th month in Chili Crew. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super, thank you. Yeah, I've just, until they just ban Badger Mole, I've just given up on not playing it. I think you just gotta think of it like Llanowar Elves. It is what it is. The handicap of not playing it just means your deck can't compete. So you just gotta think of it like a Llanowar and just try to forget that it's $60 a copy or whatever. But it's just one of those things that you just gotta, if you're playing the deck that's playing Llanowar and doing the thing, you just gotta play it. There's not really an option. Opponent gets in with their Emeritus of Abundance. We draw an Ooze. Yeah, it's just too slow. So we can play Berta. All right. So what is our next deck on the list? This one we're gonna chalk up to. It's not gonna happen. Even on early access day. Opponent, Regrowth, gets back to Planner Engineering. I had a lot of fun pulling my Persist combo deck in Standard with Urdu. I don't know if you tried the deck yet. I haven't tried it yet, Chaos Factor Gaming. How did it work for you? Opponent, I'm gonna grow the Emeritus. Aziza, you really want to see Aziza, don't you, Major Killjoy? Opponent, Demolition Field. And Planner Engineering. Is there an easy way to, for your deck list that you sent me, birds, is there an easy way to just get an exportable version from that site? Does Archedeck have a just export to arena mode? Opponent. I assume they got to, right? You gotta have a way to export. I'm just not sure where it is on that site. Opponent, gonna make a massive Emeritus go attacking, and we are going to die. Oh, all right. So Berta, We will revisit Berta in the future. It's just not gonna make it on early access day, I don't think. There's just, you need way too many games, I think, to get it to do the thing. So Berta, that one's a flop, but we kind of knew it was going to be going into it. We were hoping for the miracle. Extras export. Extras export. Okay, let's see if this works. All right, we will see, Birds. We can try. We might be able to try a couple games with your combo deck. We will see. No, that doesn't work. Okay. All right, let's try it like this. Okay, there. That time it worked. So we're gonna try a couple games with Bert's deck, and then we'll try the Aziza deck. So this is another resonating loot deck. So this is a deck that Bert sent in, and this deck is trying to do kind of the same thing we were doing before, but the goal, what it's trying to set up is Molten Core Maestro and looping 2 Sorceress Schemes to trigger Molten Core Maestro an infinite number of times. And then you could win by, like, milling your opponent with an Exhibition Tidecaller. So we'll try a couple games, Bert. We'll try a couple games and see how it goes. Let's try a couple games. I think the idea of the combo is definitely cool. Let me ask you, Bert, why only 3 copies of some of the combo pieces? Was there a reason why only like 3 Molten Core Maestros or whatever? I was watching the video uploaded today, and that got me crying. Tribal low-key powerful. It is kind of funny, isn't it? Like, that deck actually worked way better than you would think for having 13, 14 different creature type payoffs in it. Like, but it actually, the new changelings are actually kind of good enough to make it work. Exhibitions for self-mill. So what is... Oh, yeah. All right. Maybe the Bibliopex can carry. Well, let's play a Bibliopex. Pass the turn. The problem is we're very far away from a resonating loot with these Biblioplexes. Found it Mountain and... Informed Inkrite. All right, opponent. Gonna get a little repartee action going. Well, let's play a Thundering Falls. I mean, I guess we can keep a Get Lost. Pass the turn. Oh, found it. Sacred Foundry. And another Informed Inkrite. Now this Fire Magic's probably going to be pretty good at some point. It might be. We'll see if they put counters on it, then it gets way worse. If we can actually kill both of those and maybe a token. Okay. Okay, that works. Opponent's going to pop off. But then they probably just scoop when we fire magic here. So play a Plains, I guess. And I think we just do this now because they're gonna have a bunch of tricks, I think. So just wrap the board, get rid of all that repartee stuff. Is Library of Alexandria a new auto including Timeless? If so, how many in a given deck? It's gonna be interesting. So in Timeless. Oh, so we have to play this, I guess? All right, let's play this. Get rid of Leyline Weaver. Wait, birds. Is this a part of your combo? Like, do you have to have Leyline Weaver to make mana? Like, is this just, like, for value? I can see it, like, if you're doing the loop, then you can keep tapping and untapping it. Is this, like, you have to have that? Or is it just, like, funny if you do have it? Because I feel like it's not something we want here, unless it's something that you're like, oh, you got to have this for the combo for it to work. We're going to put it in the graveyard. And pass the turn. So I think in Timeless, there is Strip Mine, right? And the biggest issue with Library is a very, very strong card. But it's also a slow card. So it's going to be interesting to see how good it is. My guess is you'll see people play a copy or two type of thing. and you'll see some play. But I don't think it'll be a 4 of in wow, opponent chaining together the honors. I don't think it'll be a 4 of unless it's like I don't think it'll be a 4 of in most decks unless it's like a I'll kill this, although maybe it's going to be too late. But I don't think it'll probably be a 4 of. I think it's probably just too slow to be a 4 of. This is a deck that a viewer sent in and wanted us to try. So we're going to try a couple games with it. It's a combo deck that's trying to loop Sorceress's schemes an infinite number of times. So we're gonna do a couple games, see if we can see the combo. We're not gonna play a whole bunch of games with it because we got a lot of decks to get to, but I think we're probably dead now. That's unfortunate. Opponent gonna go attacking. Well, we can kill the cheeky house mouse. Mill some cards. Yeah, we're super dead. Mill some cards. Give our opponent a land. And they have this on top. Yeah, we're super dead. So that's going to be the concern with library, is just like the speed of it. Now, down to 5. I mean, we can kill one thing. So we can like Prismari Charm, Flashback. It's not enough, right? So Prismari Charm kills this. Flashback Erode killed that. Die to that. Yeah, we're dead. Did you see the alluring combo making waves in pre-modern? Megan made a video on it. I highly recommend it. It seems like your kind of deck. Ooh, I haven't seen, I mean, I know alluring combo. I haven't seen the pre-modern version. I wonder how much it looks like the legacy versions. Let me see. Alluring combo pre-modern. That's one of the kind of fun things about it, is some of the pre-modern decks are kind of just like legacy decks from like 15 years ago, or very similar. Yeah, it's kind of similar. I remember Cavern Harpy was like the main combo piece of old legacy Allured. That looks sweet. I mean, we got to loot. We'll see if we get to it, but we got to loot. Is there a Silver Quill Dragon deck? I don't think there's a deck with Silver Quill the Dragon in it on the list. I might be wrong. I remember, so I at one point tried to build a Pox Plague deck. I tried to build a Pox Plague deck with Silver Quill to double the Pox Plague, but I never figured out a way to make it cool, so I kind of gave up on it. No, so that's another one. Quandrix Cascade is another one I worked on, and it ended up feeling pretty boring, so I just gave up. It ended up just feeling, the way that, whenever I tried to build it, it just ended up being, oh, there's a whole bunch of, like, Badger Mole Cubs. Just a whole bunch of Badger Mole Cubs trying to ramp into Quandrix, and then just spinning into whatever. I didn't really figure out a way to, like, make it feel different than essentially just like the Simic Bororoid decks playing Quandrix in it. So I haven't figured out Quandrix, how to make it cool yet. I do think you could just take the Simic Bororoid deck and just like straight up just jam Quandrix in it, and it's gonna be fine, and it's gonna cascade into stuff. But that just felt kind of little, I don't know, a little normal. Arnian, eh? All right, so opponent gets the Arnian. We are going to, so how much do we take? If we let this go, they get us from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we Wrath 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I don't want to do this, but I don't really want to do this, but I think we just have to kill the Arnian. We even give our opponent a free land, unfortunately. Opponent gets and hits us. Down to 12. I'll play the land. Oh, we're gonna just play the loot and see if we live. If we live, it'll be sweet. Nah, no pox either. Not yet, at least. I expect to opponent double Arnian. No pox yet, at least. I imagine we'll end up playing pox eventually. Huh. Well, okay, so we have to add red. Flashback the erode. White. Erode the Arnian. Ill-timed explosion. Pitch Sonar and I guess land. And pass the turn. Man, those are not good. Not good draws for the ill-timed explosion. Do you remember the mono black sack token deck list from original Strixhaven? 4-mana enchantment that when you have a creature die, you make an inkling. I'd be intrigued in a silver quill deck with that. Ooh, wait, is this is the deck I played? Let me see. I do not. Off the top of my head, I do not imagine that. Whoa. All right, birds. We'll give it one more try, and then we're gonna move on to something else. I think the idea is super cool. So far we haven't really had much luck putting it all together, though. I think it might be. I think the list has inspired me. It has inspired me at least. Where I think it's gonna be worth working on the combo. I think I would probably my take on the combo. It would probably be a lot like the 1,000-Year Storm deck that we played. Just jamming in like the resonating loot stuff. And then you generate mana with the 1,000-Year Storm. So I would probably consider playing in the 1,000-Year Storm deck. I'm trying to see the deck list. Wow, play too many decks, Mega Magikarp. Too many. Too many. Can't even remember them all. Mono black. Oh, okay, yeah, I do remember that. Yes. With Plumb the Forbidden and Hunt for Specimens. Yeah, I do remember that deck. It's interesting that they changed the pest this time. I'm not even sure why, honestly. But I do find it interesting that they changed how the pests work. Like, why did they change them to attack triggers? No, it's cool, Bert. It's definitely cool. It's just one of those things. It's kind of like the last deck we played, the Berta combo deck, where sometimes it's tough with combo decks when you have a small sample size just to like find all the pieces. So I think that makes it an extra challenge when we're doing like early access and we only get like a few games with each deck. I think we'd definitely pull it off eventually if we kept going with it. We found a sorcerer scheme, so maybe this is it. Maybe this is the time to pull off the combo. Maybe we can pull it off. Found it. More Innkeep. That's a lot of Innkeeper's talents. Well, this Mikey and Leo is going to get unbeatably big. I guess we can just chump with this Sonar. Like, Sonar is not really doing anything. I mean, we can take 5 this turn, but we're probably going to chump with Sonar pretty soon. And not really doing much of anything. Opponent. Are we leveling up? Wow, they're going to kill the Sonar. All right, well, so much for chump blocking with the Sonar. It is now dead. Well, I mean, I guess we pass the turn and erode the Mikey and Leo. The pest changes are weird. I think they found the attack trigger may have been easier for infusion stuff rather than dying. That actually makes a lot of sense. Well, all right. We got to kill this thing. It's drawn way too many cards. I think we mill ourselves because we could mill a sorceress scheme and maybe do the combo. Oh, God almighty. Saved by the shell. Oh, no. Oh, no. I thought this might be the chance. I want to do a Teamer Loot Mathematics and Ornate Imitations, the Alchemy X spell deck. What would you suggest for Turbo Ramp? So in a spell-heavy deck like that, what format are you playing? Alchemy? But with a plan like that, I would say I would probably just be playing shared roots and so forth, like the Rampant Growth style ramp. Since that's going to work well with loot, it ramps you into loot on turn 3, so I'd probably be going that direction. I don't think there's any reason to play, like, the Mana Dork type of ramp. So, I don't know what the Alchemy card pool, do you still have Glimpse? Whatever the one that just gets a forest from Ixalan is, like, do you still have that one? Is that one still a thing? Is there any way we could win from here, theoretically? So in, like, Sorceress Schemes. There's no way we can do it, right? So we Sorceress Schemes, get back a road, mill some cards. Oh, there's a Sorceress Schemes. But we don't have the other, we don't have the other thing. So, a road, go after this. But it's going to put counters. Yeah, our opponent's just got too much power. The Paw Patch is going to do some growing. It ends at Duskmorn. Well, we finally killed the Mikey and Leo. We did manage to do that. I guess we could... I guess we can flashback the Erode. Maybe we just be a mill deck. Maybe we just mill our opponent out. Oh, that has ward 2. In this red mana, I can't pay for it. Oh. So it's not actually gonna work. Yep, alright. I mean, it doesn't really matter. This game's just over. Ay. Well, Birds, I'm sorry we couldn't pull off the combo. I'm sorry we couldn't pull it off. So my take, Birds, I think the idea is very cool. I think the Looping Sorcerer Scheme combo, very cool. I would say I would try to focus in on the combo pieces. So I would be looking at, like, so I guess the idea, if the idea is to be a combo deck, I would be like 100% 4 Sorcerer Schemes, 4 Molten. Like, if it's a combo deck, I think you gotta play 4 of the combo pieces. So I would be definitely going 4 Sorcerer Schemes from Molten Core Maestros. If you're just gonna be like a control deck and you're like, oh, maybe once in a while I do this cool combo, then I think it's fine to play less than 4 copies. But I think the odds of us actually, especially since our combo needs 2 Sorcerer Schemes, I think the odds of us actually finding both Sorcerer Schemes and a Molten Core Maestro and our other pieces with only 3 of them is just going to be kind of low. So I think the idea is cool. This would be an interesting one to revisit. But thank you for letting us try it, Birds. It was a fun deck to try. But I don't know. I might mess around with it more in the beginning. Would I suggest splashing white for a Wrath? I mean, I'd have to look at the alchemy meta. I'm not sure how necessary it is in the alchemy meta. But what I would say is, if you can get away with playing like an ill-timed explosion type card or the new splatter technique, like if you can get away with playing an Is It Wrath and that's still mostly dealing with the decks in the meta, I would go for that rather than splashing white. If you're in a world where it's just like doing 4 damage to everything isn't enough or whatever, then I think splashing is actually not that bad in a loot deck, just because the loot itself is going to make you mana of any color for your spell. So I think you can actually get away with splashing, assuming you're very focused on loot, because loot's going to do a lot of the heavy lifting with letting you cast spells of other colors. Speaking of my Urdu combo deck, just want a game with it. Would recommend, but it doesn't have any Secrets of Strixhaven cards. Yeah, we might have to save that one for the future. But that sounds sweet, Chaos Factor. So what are we trying next? Oh, someone wanted to see Aziza. I said we tried the Aziza deck. Where is Aziza? Let's try Aziza tokens. See if we can copy some tokens. So this is kind of an aggro deck. So Infusion Control looks very janky. I want to try it. It's got all the gain lands. It's playing all the gain lands and splunking to try to make them come into play untapped. Aziza tokens. Let's do some Aziza-ing. Please, so Mr. Mando, I don't know if we're gonna play Slick Shot today because I feel like my only concern is this. So on early access day, I kind of like playing brews and stuff, and I feel like this Slick Shot deck is just gonna look like the tiers. It's gonna look a lot like the best deck in Standard, and I just don't know if early access is the place I want to play, like just the best deck in Standard. So that's the problem I'm running into. Is not like I think I will tell you that Slick Shot is good. We know the Slick Shot's good. So that I'm very confident. I'm not really worried about Slick Shot not being good enough because it's already the premier threat in the best or second best deck in Standard. So I don't think we got to worry about Slick Shot not being good. I think it would just basically be taking Slick Shot and just throwing it into one of the Is It decks, and it would be fine. But I don't know if we're actually gonna play Slick Shot today because, like I said, I think it's just gonna be basically like the Is It Prowess deck that's at the top of Standard, tossing in a few of the new Strixhaven cards. You want to make a deck like it? So, do you have a Slick Shot deck currently, Mr. Mando? So I don't know why the site's running so slow at the moment. So I think it would look a lot like this. So I would basically, if I was going to build Slick Shot deck with the new cards, it would basically be this. And then you can toss in like Traumatic Critique, seems fine. You'd throw in a couple of utility spells, basically. Like, so it would basically be this deck with maybe Prismari. I think Prismari Charm's really good. It can bounce the Storm Chaser, Stanlet. So I think it would basically just be this with like a few of the utility slots being switched up, basically. All right. Well, this doesn't have any of our... Doesn't have Aziza, but it can make tokens. It's got a sharp... We'll try it. Let's give it a go. Let's just play a Sacred Foundry tap. Go. I'm super excited to try this deck next week. It's dirt cheap with all the commons. Now, play the land. Let's just play Socking Sharpshooter. Life in the Grave. Yeah. We haven't played any Golgari style decks or Bletch decks, but I have a couple. I have a couple of Bletch decks that I built. Maybe we try a Golgari deck. We'll see. We'll see how many we can get through opponent. All right, gonna answer the Shocking Sharpshooter. Well, we will play a land and... Ugh. All right, I guess we just pass. Pass the turn. How much work is it to run the Goldfish website? I mean, most of the back-end stuff is stuff Richard does, so... I know we said before not too much, but I don't really know specifically what that means. Does that mean only 8 hours a day or 2 hours a day? I'm not sure, but... I know we've been doing a lot of big updates and stuff recently, so I think that's... Yeah, let's just make the tokens. So I think that's been taking more time than normal. Would you try a 5-color with only SOS cards challenge? Ooh. Like, do all the colleges challenge. I mean, I think 5-color with only SOS wouldn't be too bad because of the converge mechanic. I think you could build like I mean, maybe not a keep up with actual Standard deck, but I think you could build like a pretty functional 5-color deck with just SOS cards. It would be a lot actually a lot like the limited deck we played, I think. Like it would be kind of along those lines. Opponent. Bloodletter of Aclazot. And passes. We draw a Novice Inspector. Well, play Abandoned Air Temple. And we're probably just going to have to burst lightning this Bloodletter of Aclazotz. Opponent. Ooh, Silver Quill. This might be a Plague Plox deck. Plague Pox. I'll get rid of the Bloodletter of Aclazotz. Opponent. Wow, we've drawn so many land cards. 1, 2. So I think we kill the Silver Quill. Yeah, Strixhaven, I feel like the colleges came through way more in this set than the first set. Like, I think this set actually feels way more collegial, so to speak. Like, some of that comes across a little cheesy, like the dissection card or whatever. Like, some of it's just kind of like, but it did feel kind of like the college experience. Mr. Mando, I don't think we're gonna build 5-color. So the idea is in like a half hour, 45 minutes, I'm probably gonna have to wrap up to do some YouTube stuff. So I think we're just gonna try to get through as many sweet new brews that we already have made today. Because I think it's just gonna eat up too much of our time if we try to like brew something right now. So I think probably for the rest of the stream, we're just going to try to play as many of the sweet brews that we already have as possible. And then some of that stuff, I'll definitely add to my list of potential things that we could do for the future. Because remember, we got months. We got, a month or two with the Secrets of Strixhaven before the next set. So even if we don't get to it today, that doesn't mean that we won't ever get to it. Well, let's play another Novice Inspector. Make another clue. Well, I mean, we're making tokens. We got no Aziza, but actually, I don't even know if we attack. Let's just pass. We can start Abandoned Air Templing, putting counters on things. I was disappointed in lack of Learn in the set. Do you feel like it was made... Do you feel that made it any worse than it could be? So, I think that Learn became impossible once they did the lessons in Avatar. Like, that's... Like, it would be cool to have Learn come back. I do associate Learn with Strixhaven. It is, like, a kind of iconic, I guess, for the set mechanic. So it is weird to not have Learn on Strixhaven. However, I don't think you can realistically... do Learn with a... I'm sorry, Mr. Mando. I don't think we can realistically have Learn with the lessons that were in Avatar in the same standard. I think it would just be... I think it would actually just be broken. Like, I think that would actually be a problem. Well, go to combat, do some attacking. Maybe we just win... Maybe we just win this fairly. Maybe we just win this fairly by just attacking with things and stuff. Opponent. Gonna take the beats. Gonna block with a nesting bot. Down to 12. He gets to draw a card, makes a token. Well, let's crack this. Holy lands. Well, alright. Burst Lightning, kill the Voice of Victory. I didn't think we would ever flash this card back, but we might be flashing this card back. Opponent, Corrupted Conviction to draw some cards. Alright, go ahead, opponent. Hey, see you, Mr. Mando. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I mean, last time they actually designed Learn and Lessons to go together. This time, I think if they wanted to do Learn in Strixhaven, they would have had to, like, add a mana to pretty much all the lessons, I think, in Avatar. Like, I think it's actually kind of straightforward. Opponent gets in, hits us down to 18. We draw another mental note. Well, okay. Crack this clue token. Oh no! Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Alright. I guess we kill an Enduring Innocence. We have drawn so much nothing this game. Do you think it might be possible for a Learn deck in some sort of Eternal format to be playable with Avatar Lessons? I mean, we've already had in Pioneer. Oh, someone asked earlier about Pioneer being a dead format. I will wrap back around to that. So, we've already had in Pioneer, there actually being decks, aggro decks, like prowess style decks, that are using learn with the lesson. So we have seen it happen. Pioneer's not, so someone asked earlier, is Pioneer actually dying? And that really just depends on what you mean by dying. I think a lot of times dying is used to mean not being supported. And I think that's very true of Pioneer. Like, Pioneer, there's no tournaments. They took it off the tournament schedule altogether. So there's not really any place to play competitive Pioneer. And because there's no tournaments, there's no qualifiers, there's no pro tours, this also means that there's not as much interest from the community. Like, you don't have the people practicing for their qualifier or whatever. So I feel like that's what people mean when they say Pioneer's dead. So if it means, like, is Pioneer dead in the sense that no one plays it? Or, like, if you go on Arena, can you not get a game of Pioneer? No, like, you can definitely still play Pioneer, and people still love and play Pioneer. But from, like, a Wizards perspective of being, like, officially supported by... Oh, they're... All right, look at our opponent go. Double a... Wait, so, okay. They have Silver Quill. They sack a creature to double a road to do some... I don't know what they're trying to ramp into, but they're trying to ramp into something. They definitely have way more cards than we do. Opponent gets a treasure. Isn't the Is It Dragon kind of like the learn card from Avatar? You'd have your lessons in the sideboard and get them. Do you think it's too strong? Oh, no. I mean, if they had made... So I guess it's all about what you cost them at. Like, they could have put lessons in Strixhaven, or learn in Strixhaven, if they made all the learn cards 5 mana. But I don't think they could make the learn cards. Like, last time we had, like, 2 mana. I don't remember if they were 1 mana. I know we had multiple 2 mana learn cards. The 3 mana learn card got banned. So I don't think they could print cards like that. Like, they could have put learn in the set and just made it really bad to make up for the fact that the lessons are really good this time. So that would have been a possibility. I don't know. Would you have been happy? Like, if you're someone who wants learn, would you have been happy with... I mean, our opponent's kind of popping off. I mean, they're popping off because we're doing literally nothing. We're just drawing all lands, but it's kind of, the synergies are kind of neat to see Silver Quill popping off. Opponent besiege them here. Gonna tutor up something. But yeah, so I think that's it. There is a way you could do it, but I don't know if people would be happy. Like, if you're someone who wanted learn, would you be happy if they're like, oh yeah, we brought back learn, and it's all 7 mana sorceries? Like, like, sure, go ahead, just tutor up from your sideboard. So I think if there was gonna have to power it down that much, I think it would probably be better just not to do it, rather than make disappointing learn cards that people looked at and were like, oh, these are so much worse than last time. So I'm building this land destruction deck with the new Quintorius Planeswalker commander. Ooh, how are you blowing up lands, Terry? What is the land destruction plan? Opponent's deck that was some cool synergies there for sure. Silver Quill looked good there. I mean, we didn't put up much of a fight. We're kind of playing the Sparky role to some extent, but it definitely looked good without being interacted with much, for sure. Why are we drawing all the removal and nothing that... Where's the Aziza? Where's the token makers? To be honest, would it really broken have a learn card with mana value 3? Ah, there's an Aziza. I mean, it probably depends on what it does. I guess. Like, Divide by Zero was the best learn card last time at 3 mana, so if it was 3 mana, I don't know, do something good, draw 3 cards, learn, or whatever, then it would probably be a bit much. I don't know, like, I can see why it would be disappointing, but I can also see, I did not expect them to bring learn back once we saw how good the lessons were in Avatar. So I was prepared for just not having learn. At first I was like, oh, that'd be so cool, these are going to be so busted, but once we realized, and it became clear that the lessons are just like one of the best things going anyway, because remember last time the lessons were pretty tame. Like, that's how the mechanic was fair, is like, you could learn relatively efficiently, but the lessons were pretty bad. So I don't think were there any lessons that we played in the main deck last time? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure last time there were like no main deckable. Oh, how do we do this? You know what? We're gonna accept the possibility of death here. We're gonna route the Novice Inspector. We're gonna route the Shocking Sharpshooter. We're gonna ping ya. In theory, this sets us up for a double heroic reinforcements next turn. If they get another card in the graveyard, we might be taking a ton of damage from 2 fully turned on turn 4 Fear of Missing Outs, but opponent, Stormcarved Ghost. Opponent, Assembled Tron, 3 Fear Missing Outs. Traumatic Retreat kills Aziza. Well, alright. Opponent getting in. Lessons were terrible last time, like 5 mana removal. The most playable one was 2 mana. Yeah, they were. Hey, Mascot Exhibition saw some play. 7 mana. 7 mana to make like 7 power creatures or something, but it's all little play. Opponent getting in. Getting in. Alright. Down to 12. I really wanted it Aziza. I think the challenge with Aziza in Standard is going to be it dies to everything that kills Badger Mole Cub. And Standard is mostly about killing Badger Mole Cub. And I think that's going to be kind of an issue. Like, it's just going to pick up on a lot of fringe hate. Well, I'm personally disappointed that it seems like you won't be making any 2-year Standard event videos. I was hoping for at least one. Yeah, I'm sorry, Galaxy. Like I said before, I'm not sure that I'm just not sure that that's a kind of format that would make for content that people would want to watch. Like, I feel bad because I know you want to watch it, so I apologize. I apologize, Galaxy, but I feel like an event that no one's like, unless you're a hardcore moto grinder, an event that you haven't really heard of on a client that you don't really like, that's kind of a tough sell, I think, to like the average person watching the YouTube. So I think that's kind of the main issue. Well, I mean, I guess we can play another Sharpshooter. What do you think would happen if they actually did just unban everything in Standard? What if they actually just straight up unban literally everything? No ban list at all. Would it all, like, even itself out somehow? It would just be, like, like Timeless is, like, incredibly degenerate. But it's, like, somewhat balanced because, like, everything is super busted, so you kind of get away with it. Maybe Standard would be like that. It would definitely be really fast. I think that is a good point, Mega Magic. It would just be incredibly fast. Opponent, Cavaniero, gonna get a Zappy and the Tempest from their graveyard. Okay, so they can cast something for free, and it's an improvisation capstone. Okay, and they hit a Echo Casting Symposium. Okay. Well, I gotta say this Aziza deck has not been impressive, like, at all. Not even a little. Let's play Heroic Reinforcements. Ping ya! Down to 10. I mean, our only realistic hope is we just swing with everything and maybe our opponent doesn't block for some reason. I would say that Slingshot version of Cutter deck is faster than the VV version. That's probably true. I think the Slingshot versions are faster. I don't know if they're better, but I think they're faster. Man, so close. So close. Well, I mean, we can Burst Lightning the Zaffy. I mean, our opponent can hit us for 8, but maybe we don't die. Opponent gets to copy the Fear of Missing Out. They get to do a little looting. And improvisation capstone into Cavaniero. Without anything to copy, but sure. Oh, they're gonna copy our Aziza. Well, maybe we'll get to see someone do something cool with Aziza at least. Also, it would actually be Mana Sculpt playable as VV being a wizard. Yeah, I wonder if Mana Sculpt sees any play. Found it. Gonna get a Deceit. Doesn't seem great off Improvisation Capstone, but it's still a body. Echo Castings. Wait. Didn't they already do this? Are they casting these multiple? I'm confused. I should have paid more attention. Found it. Gets it. Novice Inspector, that's not going to do it. Crack the Clue, is that going to do it? No. Oh, boy. Yeah, I mean, we could play a copy in the tribal deck. It might be worth playing. Well, I don't know how we'd cast it. Double blue stuff, but oh, all right. We'll give Aziza one more shot, and then we're going to switch to something else. You're just never going to open the TMNT packs. But think of the wild cards, Chaos Factory Gaming. I mean, I open them, but... All right, come on, Aziza. This is your one chance to show that you're more than just a commander card. This is your one shot. We have no Aziza, but that's all right. That's all right. We can make tokens. If we draw an Aziza, things might happen. That's not an Aziza. Let's play let's play an Inspiring Vantage. We're just going to make 1/1s. We're going to make 1/1s and see what happens. Opponent, Realm of Ko. Scheming Silver Tongue. That's annoying. Well, let's Frontline Rush. Play the land. Go to combat. Attack ya. Well, we'll kill that. We don't really want our opponent to start snowballing. Pass the turn. Oh, opponent. Realm of Ko and Ral. Interesting. All right, so you can Ral back your Scheming Silver Tongue. Wow, it doesn't even Ral back the Scheming Silver Tongue. This would be a nice turn to draw an untap land. An untap land would be pretty decent. If we get an untap land, we could Heroic Reinforcements to another one. Well, playing the land, all right. Next turn, I guess, Heroic Reinforcements. Get in, hit the Ral down to 2.
Use your words.
Oh, opponent. Bloodletter of Aclazotz. I'm going to do some Servant. Why Bloodletter? Well, I mean, Heroic Reinforcements. Attack. Well, let's see. I mean, they might just kill us. Bloodletter's a combo piece, so it is possible we just die. Heroic Reinforcements gets in some damage, though. Opponent down to 8. All right, show us the combo kill, opponent. Land and... Pox Plague does do it, because we're at an even life total. I don't really understand the... I mean, Pox Plague is... I really would love to find a way to make that card work. Opponent gonna get back a Scheming Silver Tongue. Unstoppable Slasher. Well, alright. Heroic Reinforcements. We won a game! We won a game! We didn't do anything... And opponent gonna go out on their own terms. No Aziza, but we got the win. We got the win. That the Tempest deck was sweet, Travis. That looked super cool. The value, once you got going, the value was pretty wild. That looked super sweet. Oh, all right. This is Aziza deck. So the Aziza deck's boring me. We're gonna call it with Aziza. So the Aziza deck, it's basically it's a token deck where if you have Aziza, I think Aziza can like double your tokens, and like the Heroic Reinforcements gets good. We never drew the Antiquities, but Antiquities like makes a ton of power. So it's like a token deck with the high upside, but it is just kind of a like curve out and play a bunch of creatures and attack style of deck for the most part. All right, let's try one more. What are we doing? Oh, I said we'd try a Golgari deck. Let's try what? Ugh, I'm jealous of the rotations as well. All right, we'll try the Infusion. People want to see Delian Fell. Let's try the Infusion control deck. That's a deck with Dalian Fel in it. It's a life gain control deck with a super funny mana base because it's playing all the gain lands. But basically, it's like life gain control. Let's see if it works. Let's try some infusion control. We've mostly played red decks today. We should try some green and black. I like Bletch Reanimator too. But if people want to see, I guess I could add Dalian Fel to the Bletch Reanimator deck. But if people really want to see Dalian Fel, it's not in there. I kind of want to try. You know what? Maybe we do try Bletch Reanimator. I'm sure we'll play Dalian Fel because I think Dalian Fel's a pretty good card. So I think it'll definitely show up. All right, let's see if we can do some Bletch stuff. Bletch. I mean, I think Bletch might actually be kind of reasonable. Like a 3/4 for 3 is not bad. The only problem is its ability really only works with weird creature types. Yeah, all right. I mean, this could work. We got a Bletch. We have ways to fill the graveyard. We can get this in the graveyard with a Formidable Speaker. Find a way to reanimate it. Opponent, Sacred Foundry. Well, let's play a Breeding Pool on tap and Dredger's Insight. The ghosts are back. Ooh. All right, we'll take Caviero. Okay. I mean, so we need to find a soul. We need to find a Soul Warden. We need a Soul Warden effect. And we're actually pretty set up to do the combo. Oh, is it? Wait, I can't even... Wait, where is it off, Mega Man? Where is it off? I'm trying to see. I'm trying to look on the... Wait, where is it off? Is it off? Oh, on the top. I see. Under that blue line. I see. There we go. Yeah, let's Overlord of the Baelmerk. Thank you, Mega Magikarp. Let's do some milling. Get a Formidable Speaker. We do need another land at some point, at least. And our opponent might be a 5-color control deck. That's a lot of colors of mana over there. I know, the Susception. Opponent, Dramatic Critique, gonna do some card drawing. I feel like Dramatic Critique's the card we're gonna see a lot of in Standard. Like, I think that card's actually just gonna be very good. Oh, this does look like a control deck. Discards a Lightning Helix. Plays a land. So we need to somehow figure out a way to keep multiple things on the battlefield against control. Yeah, it just solves the problem with these big burn spells that it's also a cheap card draw spell. It's really like a split card in its own weird way. Like, it doesn't read like a split card, but it plays like a split card. And I think that's what's going to make it so much better than other versions of it. Opponent going to stack up and it basically, I mean, everything kind of has kicker, but yes, it does basically have kicker. All right, Shahar, what are we doing, Shahar? Oh, this is actually just straight up 5-color control. Okay. Well, let's play a Blex. Pass the turn. If the mana base is supporting 4-color controlling now, it's a pretty fun oh no. I mean, I think every mana base for the rest of Standard's history will support 5-color control because with 20 sets, how can it not? Like, I think it just will kind of by default, if that makes sense. Because with just so many sets in Standard, won't we just always have enough dual lands that you'll be able to build like a decent mana base for anything? Which might be like, I don't know. Do you think formats are more fun when the mana is worse or better? One other thing I've been experiencing with the bracket is I actually think there's like, in some ways, some formats actually are more fun when the mana is worse. It makes you do different things and like pushes you in different directions, which I think can be kind of interesting. At the same time, I think in general, I would say that I prefer higher powered mana base formats. Well, Overlord of the Balemare, mill some cards. Get a Cavanero. Gain a life. Grow the Bletch. We're doing it. Look at that. It's a 4/5 now. Go to combat. Get in, hit ya. And then play Virulent Emissary. I mean, if it wasn't for our opponent playing control, we could actually do the thing next turn, which is super cute. Like, we have the setup, right? There's the Bletch. There's the Soul Warden. We have the Cavanero. We got the thing in the graveyard. This is where we meet reality, and I don't think it actually happens, but we're actually, like, so we could Cavanero. How many creatures? 1, 2, 3, only 4. So not as much as we wanted. But still, like, we'd make, what, 3/3 insects? That's still pretty good. Gain a bunch of life. That's still pretty good. Our Bletch would get huge. Hey, Seth, I'm looking to get into content creation as well. Do you have any tips for speaking into the microphone? I find my words are often difficult to understand. I guess it would just be a matter of practicing, Chicken Guy. I will say, when you first start talking into a microphone... you're always going to think you sound weird. Like, your own voice is going to sound weird to you. Even to me, like, after doing this for so long, it still sometimes sounds a little bit weird, although you do get way more used to it. But, well, I mean, I guess we just try this anyway. I'm sure it's getting countered. There's a No More Lies. Well, unimpend, pass the turd. About it. Improvisation capstone. Sure. I don't know if that's... I don't know. Is that good in a deck full of counter spells? Maybe. Alright, just gonna cast the Day of Judgment on an empty board. Well, alright. Let's try it again. Cavanero. Exile the insect thing. Sadly, we don't have our Bletch, but... we make a bunch of insects. Play the land. Mill the Overgrown too. Pass the turn. Improvisation capstone into a whole bunch of lands, a flow state, and a lightning helix. I mean, I guess it kind of worked there. I mean, I guess maybe we just hit like the one counter spell in the deck, and that's that. Like maybe it was just unfortunate that it was the one counter. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think it's a card you jam in every deck. There might be decks that can support it. Inevitable defeat. And there's a Mistrise Village. Opponent passes. Well, play a Virulent Emissary. Play a Formidable Speaker. Gain some life. Discard this Hex. It's definitely doing nothing. Get another Cavanero. Hit you with some insects. Consult those jar charts. I will also say if you're worried about audio, I don't think like having super great banger audio is actually that important, especially when you're first starting off in content creation. I think that really, and I know this with the content that I watch, just when I randomly watch content, but like, as long as it meets a general standard of listenableness, I think it's kind of good enough. So I wouldn't worry too much about being like super professional, super high end, any of that kind of stuff. I just don't think that's super necessary. Like, yes, it's a good long-term goal, but I think as long as you're at like a basic level, like if someone turns on your whatever podcast, video, whatever you're doing, if they turn it on and their ears start to bleed, like that's going to be bad, and they're going to turn it off, and they're probably never going to check out anything you make again. They're just going to be like, okay, it's not worth it, like it hurts my ears. But as long as you're at like a reasonable enough level, I think especially when you're just starting out, I would focus more on the other stuff. Like the biggest thing of making content, the trick of making content, is to just keep making content, like just doing it. So I think it's more important just to make content and then upgrade and improve as you go, because the biggest hurdle is just doing it. And if you don't just do it, then you're probably never gonna do it, and then you're not gonna ever get to where you're trying to go. So that is the challenge, is just like with anything, it's really just a matter of doing it. Interesting. I mean, I think as long as I think you got to be at a basic level of listenability. But I think as long as you've reached that, I don't think that the difference between a decent $50 microphone and a $500 or $5,000 microphone actually is that meaningful on YouTube video or something. About an improvisational capstone again into another loot. Yeah, I mean the paradigm spells have looked decent. Carban Sauce, welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Pound it. Gonna get in. Yeah, that's not a good matchup. Yeah, maybe I didn't say it in a good way, Mega Magic Card, but I think you got to get to a baseline where it's like acceptable. But then like the difference between that and like, I don't know, it took me a lot of time. I eventually bought this Shure microphone that I really like and is apparently like a good microphone that was, I don't know, not super expensive, but like a few $100s. But that was like, I don't know, 8 years into making content all the time. When I first started, I used, and I still love this headset. It was a relatively cheap headset, but it sounded good and it felt good on my head. And I used that for probably like the first 5 years. And I think it was like a $50 headset or something. But it just like, it sounded decent and it like, so yeah, that's more where I'm at. Yeah. I mean, like I said, that's something that eventually I upgraded into after like years and years. But I don't think that's especially necessary when you're first starting out. Rent is definitely more important. Hey, Seth, before you go, here's a card that I think you would enjoy that no one seems to think about. It's Mass Blank at instant speed and way better in practice than it looks in paper. Ooh, let me see. Play a land and get down a Overlord of the Battlefield. Ooh, Planner Guide. So I feel like I saw Planner Guide recently when we did like pre-modern Commander. I feel like Tomer put it in a deck. Yeah, I think Planner Guide's interesting. Like, Mass Blink is nice. It is notable that it's all creatures. So it is your opponent's creatures as well, which can lead to some kind of sticky situations. But it is a super sweet card. I mean, I'm pretty happy with my Shure SM7B, which is, when I looked into it, it was kind of like a decent mid to high end standard. Like, you can get like super ridiculous like studio stuff that can be ridiculously expensive, but I felt like this was like a good like upgrade level of quality. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm not really looking to upgrade it anymore. So for me, it was that, but you know, obviously, I don't know, people have different tastes. You do your own research, but I was pretty happy with the Shure. That is true. Getting rid of all the tokens is nice. You can reuse your ETBs. I think the big challenge is how do you use Planner Guide? Like, The thing I would be skeptical of is just constantly leaving up 7 mana or 4 mana. I just think then you're kind of getting in the Ink Shield territory, and I'm just in Commander, I'm a little skeptical. Unless you're playing a draw go deck. If you're playing like a Crim deck or whatever, then it's different. Then like you can do whatever. This is a very good Momo start. The turn 2 permanent Riddler. The turn 2 permanent Riddler, pretty good opponent. Down to 6. Blinks it out. We miss a land drop and scoop it up. Man, even sure, SM7B is what that's what this mic is. That's the one I'm using currently. Man, even early access has gotten very snowbally. I mean, I guess that was kind of just the Momo deck with a new blink spell. Hazel, I want to ask you 2 things. One, can I participate? All right, we'll give this one more shot, and then Bletch might be a bust too. So far, it seems like Is It spells, that's the winner. Something with the loot. Hey, Seth, I want to ask you 2 things. Can I participate in arena event qualifiers even though I'm under 18? I started streaming, and I was wondering how I can reapply for pre-release event as a streamer from Germany. Ooh, so I'm not 100% sure on the other under 18 thing. I've heard different things. I believe that it's if you're under 18, you can participate with your parents' permission or something, but you would need to read the terms of service to confirm that, or there's probably a way you could Google it, but I'm actually not 100% sure. I've never actually been in the situation where I had to deal with that, but just from what I've heard from people talking about, I would definitely look into it before playing, because I've heard horror stories like 2 or 3 years ago of someone who like played a qualifier and qualified, but then they couldn't actually attend the event because Wizards found out they were under 18 and or whatever. But I think there might be a way you can do it with your parents' permission. So that'd be number 1. As far as the Germany thing, I would reach out to Wizards people if you're trying to get into like this event, like the early access on Arena. I would reach out to, I think it's like creators at wizards.com. I believe is the email, but I would reach out to them or if you know anyone on social media that's connected to WotC, I would ping them about it. The other person I would potentially ping, Einfach, is Phil, because Phil's over also in Germany, and I know that some of the creator stuff is different in the EU than it is in the United States. Like, the people who talk to Phil and set him up with events are different than the ones that do it in North America. So there might be, it might be worth sending an email or something, a message to Phil and asking him, because he might have more EU specific knowledge than I would, just because he's actually over in Germany. Yeah, audio. I will say the worst for me is lighting. My God, I hate doing lighting. Oh man, I spent so long on the lighting to do like the paper gameplay content. That was such a hassle. I'm so bad at it. One thing I'm very, very bad at. The one thing I'm very, very bad at is like little detailed stuff that's just not my stuff. So when it's like looking at slight differences in lighting and trying to figure out like if you move it a little, does it look better or worse? My brain just does not work that way. And oh man, I would much rather deal with audio than lighting. All that to say, lighting is the one that gets me the worst. Well, the biggest issue with the lighting, or the hardest thing with the lighting, was trying to get it like, it's actually very tricky. Like when we do the bracket matches, at least it was very tricky for me to get a setup where everything was lit well, but nothing is glary through card sleeves. And it ended up with a system with a bunch of lights in different places and had to get new lights for it and like moving them in the exact right position. So there's just a lot of effort that went into that. Oh God. Oh, there's oh my God. It's a menagerie of lights in here. Finally, what solved it is I got like this way too big for my office. I can probably show you actually. Let me see. Let me see if I do this and then we go like this. I finally got this way too big for my office, like professional. It's like a professional film quality light that they use on movie sets or something. Way too big for my office, but I finally I got that and was able to mount it to my wall, and that finally is what kind of solved the issue. But oh, it was such a hassle. Hey, what's up, Duga buddy? How are you? Well, okay. Opponent, you've been annoying me. We're gonna teach you. Wait, we have a. Do we have a? We do have a at a check in the graveyard. And let's just do it. So, Cavanero. We are going to exile, not the Momo. We are going to get add a check. And we want to stack it so exile's last. Okay. Cavanero, 6/1/1s. Gain some life. Pass the turn. So whenever an insect dies, each opponent loses 1 life, and we get a +1/+1 counter on add a check opponent. Starfield Shepherd. Gonna get a Nurturing Pixie. Pick up the Starfield Shepherd. What is our... I wonder what our opponent's playing from the new set. Hey, Seth, how do you get your dog to whine when you talk into a headset? I have a Basset Hound, and he gets mad when I put my headset on and talk to him because I'm not paying attention. How do I get your dog to not whine? Not to whine. Bear just doesn't really care. He's never actually had an issue with the headset. Like, if anything, he's not a whiner. If anything, if he feels like I don't give him enough attention, he'll come up next to me and just start pawing me. And I usually, if I can, take a break and, give him some pets, give him some attention, and then he's good. But I haven't really had an issue with whining. But I think that's just that he's never been a very whiny dog. So I think maybe that's just me getting kind of lucky. All right, so how do we do this? So sack this on an insect. It's a Bletch. Well, okay, we need to kill things. So Reckwitting Hex. Kill a Pixie. Put a counter on that. Go to combat. Oh, we can't even attack with everything. If we kill this... Yeah, I think we just do this. We'll discard the card. Pitch the add a check. Kill the Pixie. Headshot. Down to 10. I mean, we can do it again next turn, but the insects are ground creatures, so our opponent can still just fly over and get us. Oh yeah, anyone that you can reach out to locally, I think in Germany or the EU, they can probably just give you more EU-specific info than I can. Because I just know from just randomly talking to like Phil or Tomer that the people that they interact with as far as doing like official whatever WotC stuff or streaming stuff or whatever, it's just like a different group than the one in North America. So yeah, anyone over there that you can reach out to, I think would be wise to reach out to because they might be able to help you. Annoyed to often miss the Thursday streams, but I've started hosting D&D on those days. Hey, that's awesome, Tuga buddy. How's the D&D been? Yeah, that's Bear does the paw. He doesn't. Yeah. He also did your Rottweiler like to do like the back to you thing. I don't know if he thinks he's guarding or something, but he loves sitting on people's feet. He's big on sitting on feet, and also he'll just like back up to you. So he's standing like with his back to you. I don't know if he's like in between you and whatever he thinks is out there, like guarding you from the world or something. But yeah, those are the two things I've noticed with the Rotties: the foot sitting and the like back to you facing the world type of position. It doesn't get out of this, does it? Oh yeah, he does that too. If I ever go on a trip, when I come back, he'll run up to me and he'll go right between my legs and just kind of stand there. Yeah, that is also something he does. I don't think there's a card in the graveyard that gets us out of this. I don't think there is. Oh, all right. Well, Cavanero. It's not enough, though. It is not enough. They just have the big life blinker. Good game. Well, a little fair. A little fair. Yeah, so close. That life blinker saved him. Oh, goldfish. Goldfish is my job, Einvox at this point. Oh, Bletch doesn't do anything though unless we gain life. It doesn't do anything unless we gain life, unfortunately. Anyway, everyone, I think that's all we got for today. So biggest takeaway from all this, and there's so many more decks to get through, and I got to do some YouTube recording, so you'll see some about the YouTube in the near future. But I think my biggest takeaway from early access so far is the loot actually seems really, really good. Like, I think the loot might actually be a very strong card, because by far the most successful decks we played were just Izzet decks that were playing loot to double the mana. They look good when other people played them as well. So I think that the Izzet might be getting even better, but there is still so much to explore with this set. So even though we're getting near the end of the stream for today, there's going to be a ton more coming up in the near future. So anyway, everyone, reminders on the way out the door today. Replay YouTube. That's where you can find all the old streams, including this one in the future. Normal YouTube. Check it out. There's bracket matches. There's going to be a ton of stuff from the new set coming out, so keep an eye out for that. One more reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom. If you need some Magic cards, you get them at cardkingdom.com/mtggoldfish. Most importantly, thank you to all of you. Thanks for hanging out for Early Access Day, checking out the new cards, doing some drafting, playing some sweet jank, and we'll do it all again next week. So until then, everyone, be good. I love you all, and I will talk to you soon.